Well, hello, and welcome to the Franky Vibe Podcast. This is episode number one, first episode ever. And guys, it took me a really long time to make my home studio. It really took a freaking long time, but finally, I have it here. And I also have my first guest, that is a friend of mine. Her name is Elida. She's from Spain. She's from Galicia, so she's Gallega. This is something that we're going to talk about because it's a funny fact. But anyway, I will just present to you my friend Elida. Hello, Elida. How are you?
Hi.
It's really
Thank you for
nice
having
to
me.
have you. Thank you for coming. So, we're going to explore a little bit about your life. You live here in the Netherlands with me, not exactly my house with me, but
Yeah.
you get the point. You live here in the Netherlands, Amsterdam, to be more specific.
This is the second time I live in the Netherlands, actually. I lived in the Netherlands around 12 years ago. I did my Erasmus in the eastern part of the country, Nijmegen. And I've lived in quite a few countries. In
Mm.
between, I lived in Germany, I lived in Slovakia, Australia.
Nice. Yeah, you travel a lot. You travel to 70 countries approximately in total.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, I have 79 in the tier list that we're gonna do later. So I'm missing one, but anyway, that's a lot of countries that we're going to tier to rank. But when you were in Spain, how was the idea to come here to Amsterdam? Where did that idea came from?
Oh, actually, I never thought about moving to the Netherlands. That was a while ago. First time here. I was studying English studies at university, and there were two options to go to England or to go to the Netherlands. I had never been to the Netherlands before. And I was like, all my classmates, four of us studied abroad. So a lot of people, because depending on your grades and so on, and we had to do interviews in the Autónoma de Madrid. And I decided to go to the Netherlands instead. Thought it was more interesting. And then the second time I turned 30, and I was like, during COVID, I think it was like 2020, 2021, more or less. And a friend from my Erasmus, she was living here in Amsterdam, and she was posting pictures of Amsterdam. And I don't know, it reminded me of my years as a student. And it was like, texting her on Instagram, God, I'm so jealous. I wish I could go back. And she was like, yeah, why don't you try? And I applied for one job and I got that job. And that was it.
So what was that shop?
I was working for a subsidiary of KLM.
What you were doing?
Uh, Kind of complicated to explain, but basically I was in between travel agencies and airlines. So KLM, Air France, Delta, and travel agents, like fixing their problems, basically. Anything that can happen on a plane.
And do you like the shop? It was like
Yeah,
a good,
yeah.
well-paid shop, or more like in the
No, I
minimum?
liked it quite a lot. And the last 2 years, I was a trainer, so I was lucky enough to train new people in the job. I don't know. I had a good time and I had a really nice.
Nice, nice. So we talk about you being from Galicia. You are gallega. Because it's funny,
Gallega,
because
truly gallega.
yeah, because in Argentina we call everybody that comes from Spain gallego, but this is not actually something that is like correct. Actually, it's just like a urban dictionary term that we have in Argentina.
Yeah.
The same way for Italians is Oltanos, regardless of where they come. But Galicia, Gallegos, is actually like a part, like a province of the country that you guys are the real Gallegos, not like everybody from Spain,
Yeah.
right?
I think it's because of the immigration. Probably where many Galicians move into Argentina, Venezuela, and Switzerland. I think it's more or less the same case that we have here in the Netherlands, right? Like we sometimes say Holland, but Holland is just one region. We have North Holland and South Holland, and
Yeah, that's
then the
true.
Netherlands. So I think it's more or less same situation. But yeah, Galicians are one part of Spain. Very beautiful, very green. We have really nice food. So I recommend it 100%. But the
Yeah.
weather is not the best.
Oh, so yeah, you told me about that the weather was not really nice. It was
Yeah.
very rainy. And that's like very surprising for people because everybody
Yeah.
thinks in Spain about like, oh, okay, like Spain, sun, right? But it rains a lot in Galicia.
So it does rain a lot in Galicia, but I have to say, my province, so it is divided in four provinces from the northwest northwest part of Spain. So in the province of La Coruña, it rains a little bit more than in the south.
Right. Nice, nice. So what else can we talk about? Let's talk about friendship, for example. Was it hard for you to make friends in the Netherlands? Was it easy? I'm not even asking about Dutch friends because I know that's like mission impossible. But at
I
least like
managed to make
expats.
Dutch friends, but it's really hard. I think it's really really hard. It makes sense though. They have their own group of friends, and sometimes we
Just put the
foreigners come.
microphone a little bit closer.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sometimes we foreigners come only for a few years, so it kind of makes sense that they do not try to make strong friendships with us. But I do have some Dutch friends, but mostly I think I have expats or immigrants. Yeah.
So yeah, it's difficult to make friends that are Dutch, that's for
Yeah.
sure, because they have their circle of friends, their families, whatever. But when it comes to expats, it's more easy. You can just go to
Indeed, yeah.
to meetups and meet different expats.
That's how we met.
Exactly. That's how basically I met all my friends. Yeah, and basically like Dutch friends, I think we have one in common that is Sjoerd.
Oh yeah, but sure is like I think a very un-Dutch Dutch. I think he's very Latin. I think he's more like Latin than Dutch for sure.
Yeah,
And
he
he speaks
likes.
Spanish quite well. So
Yeah,
hello, Short.
he likes to party. He likes to have a great time. He likes to joke around. He's like kind of like Southern European in some way.
Indeed, yeah, yeah. And his Spanish is quite good. So I met Short the same day that I met you. And I remember because
Wait. The same
sorry.
day?
The same day, yes. Oh, you didn't know?
I didn't know this.
Oh yeah, the exact same day that we met, I met Shur too. And
Wow, that's
I
crazy. I
thought
thought you guys already know each other from a long time.
No. I met him that day. We had a really beautiful connection, and he lived quite close to me. Now he lives even closer. So we were neighbors, but now we're more neighbors. Now it's like one street. And I remember that we walked back home and he did the Camino de Santiago. So it's like a pilgrimage that we have in my region. And it was really nice to see a foreigner knowing about my region because, as you said, usually they know more about the south or the eastern part of Spain, more like the sunny part of Spain, and not so much about the north. I do not even mean only Galicia. I think Asturias, Cantabria, País Vasco, those are such beautiful places.
That's the north, by the way, of Spain.
The north is, I mean, the
That's
south.
why maybe they don't know it because they generally tourists go more to the south of Spain, I guess.
Euskadi or El País Vasco, I think it's quite popular because they have really nice food. Well, we have really nice food all around Spain, I have to say. But I think that I really encourage people to visit more the north of Spain. It's really really beautiful. Food is nice. We're also really nice people. The south and the east also. But please come visit.
Yes. Okay. Let's talk about love now.
Oh, okay.
Is there somebody special in your life? I mean, I'm your friend, so I kind of know this, but people might not know.
Hi to my Dutch boyfriend. I feel that his Spanish is better than my Dutch, and his Spanish is terrible.
Nice.
No, not at all. But my Dutch is really bad. I have to say, sorry. I should study more. To be honest.
Well, but let's be honest. Like Dutch is a very difficult language.
It's very difficult, and it's not only that it's difficult. Sometimes it makes no sense, at least from someone who has a Latin language.
Yeah, the structure of the language is it's just different. How the words go one with another. It's just not similar to Spanish or English.
But also, so I studied German at university. I had to choose several languages, and I studied German. And I thought, okay, I speak German. I thought Dutch is going to be like German, but without the cases. It, anyone who speaks German knows that cases are a pain, like nominative, accusative. It's horrible. So I thought, oh, Dutch is going to be like a simplified version of German. Spoiler alert, Dutch is still quite difficult. Thankfully, you don't have to deal with the cases, but the structure sometimes makes no sense, I think, from a Latin brain.
Mm.
If you speak a Latin, it makes no sense. For example, like I love is it hou van jou, but I love it is ik hou ervan instead of van That makes no sense to me.
Ik hou van jou, just for people that don't know, it means
Yeah,
I love you.
I love
right?
you, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you say I love it, it's not ik hou van it's ik hou ervan.
You have ervan.
Yeah, it makes no sense to me. I do not quite understand. Why is the it before the fun or I do not quite understand. And I've asked some Dutchies and they say like, I don't know, that's the way it is.
But have you took like classes?
Yeah.
You just did like the apps in the phone?
No,
How was your approach to learning Dutch?
So in the beginning I was doing Duolingo.
The classic one.
The
Everybody
classic
does
one.
it free.
But
you do learn a little bit with that.
You do learn a little bit, but I think that in my case, I became a bit obsessed with the competition. So you have this list with other people and you're competing, you're learning different languages.
Yeah, kind of like a video game, right?
Yeah, and I was like more obsessed with getting points than actually learning language. So I had to choose different approaches to it. I took a lesson. I did it online and it was good. I have an A2 certificate. I want to get
I'm
a
also
higher
in
certificate.
the A2.
A2, yeah. It would be nice to have like a B1. I think B2 is extremely optimistic. I think B1 is doable maybe next year, by the end of next year.
Okay, let's do a little game. You say something in Dutch.
Oh.
And I will try to pick it up and like
Oof.
respond because.
Oh my gosh. All the things that are coming to my brain are stuff like goedemorgen, which is good morning.
Good morning. Yes, I know that one.
Dankjewel. Missing one.
Dankjewel is thank you.
Oh, but I cannot speak anything right now.
Let's go for something simple. I will ask you something and you can respond back something simple. So for example, if I say even though I shouldn't ask the age of a lady, just for the purpose of the lesson, I will ask you, hoe oud ben jij?
Ik ben 35 jaar.
Okay. So that's a problem. The structure of the numbers, you have to like first say you said 35.
35, so it's 5.
So first you have to say the 5 and then the 30.
30, yeah.
So that's already a confusion for somebody who wants to learn the
It is true. And
5 and 30.
I think that also the problem is not only that, is that when Dutch people speak English, because their English is pretty good most times, sometimes they still kind of make these mistakes. So they want to say 25 and they say 52 or things like this. But there has been times that I was speaking English and they were replying to me and it was like, that sounds way too much. It's like, oh, yeah, sorry. And then they have to change it. But there are some words that also I did. So I live with a Dutch woman. She's adorable.
How was that like terrible in what sense?
No, she's adorable. I love her.
So what she's terrible about?
No, she's adorable.
Didn't you say terrible?
No, adorable.
Oh, I heard terrible.
No.
Sorry.
No, she's the best. She's really nice, and we communicate very well. That is true that some words in English, so for example, I had this conversation when I was the first time in the Netherlands and the second time around. So if you want to say corn in Dutch, it's mice. In English, mice is, the plural of mouse. Many times I've been in a situation where Dutch people ask me something like, do you want to eat mice? The first time I was so confused. It's like, what do you mean? Mice? You don't eat mice in Spain? And their English is so good most of the times. Like their accents are sometimes very British or very American. So you have someone with a serious face asking you, do you want to eat mice? And like, I think you mean something else. And there are some words like this that sometimes I don't think you mean what you think you mean.
So wait, you thought she was saying that you eat like the rat, the mouse.
I mean, I was assuming not. To be honest, people eat really weird things, so you never know.
Yeah, maybe she saw a movie for like, oh, in Spain maybe they eat rat. No.
Around the world.
Yeah, but
I've
she was
been
talking
asked-
about corn. Yeah.
Yeah, around the world, I've been asked really weird things. To be honest, like I remember. I don't know if I can mention trips that I've done.
We're
Or is
gonna
it too
go there.
early?
We're gonna go there. But first, let's talk a little bit about the Netherlands.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Tell me things that you like and things that you dislike about the Netherlands. I mean, there's always things that you like and dislike about every country. I personally think the
Mhm.
Netherlands is a beautiful country. It's most the good things, but of course you have also bad things.
I think I'm gonna be a bit controversial because
Please do it.
yeah. To be honest, I think that I am at this point in this country that when I criticize it the same way I criticize Spain. So it's like I want this country to improve. I want it to be better because this is where I live and this is home to me.
Better than what it is already. I mean, like it's
I
good
think
enough.
there are many things I can improve in the
right.
Netherlands. Yeah.
You're a perfectionist.
No, there's one thing, and I think this is a conversation. This is controversial because I think this is a conversation that when you have it with other foreigners, they usually agree with me. But when I have it to Dutch people, above all if it's Dutch people who have never lived abroad, they do not see how it can improve. Let me explain.
Really, because like my conversation with Dutch people, they always say like, "Oh, I don't like here. I want to live to somewhere else."
I mean like the weather and like trivial things.
I think they got so used to it that they don't like appreciate it. They don't like it anymore.
Yeah.
They see maybe Spain, Italy like a better place to live, but maybe they see it like in the tourists.
from a tourist point of
I'm
view.
not really in the point of view of like, okay, I live there. I have an office job,
Mhm.
which is way different.
I think many times they ask me, "Oh, why are you here instead of being in Spain?" And well, I always wanted to live abroad, and I'm happy here. But
Yeah, me too.
they do not seem to understand sometimes that there's a huge salary difference between Spain and the Netherlands, and this reflects
Exactly.
on life balance too.
Yeah, it's like the salary here is like 2 times the one
Yeah.
in Spain or Italy. So I think people don't understand that part, the economically part. I
Mhm.
mean, there's a reason why so many Spanish and
Yeah.
Italians and Portuguese come here, because economically speaking, they making a good difference. Except if you, for example, live with your parents in Spain or
Mhm.
Italy, then of
Mhm.
course you can save more money than living here by yourself.
It is true, but at the same time, so the thing I was going to be controversial about something else, but I will come back to that. That I think that they see it from a tourist point of view. They think of their salaries and their work-life balance, and this is something that sadly I think is not good enough in Spain right now. Like I think above all in Spain when it comes to self-employed people, I think it's not ideal. The amount of taxes is extremely high, like extremely high. And there are many things I have to improve in Spain that I prefer in the Netherlands. But I have to say there are things that I prefer in Spain that I struggle with in the Netherlands. But this is something that maybe is more personal. And this is a controversial part. I realize some foreigners do agree with me. Dutch people usually say, "Oh, if you don't like it, go back to your country." But
Wow.
I criticize it, guys, because I want it to improve, because I know it can be better, and it's the health system.
Mm.
I
The
think
paracetamol system.
the paracetamol system, and I think it's like 40%. Like I do not know the exact numbers, but I know there's a high percentage of the population that do struggle with the medical system because there are not enough doctors. There are not a lot of preventive medicine. I think in some cases, for example, like um, there's one type of cancer that women have, usually from 30 to 50, that we get to do preventive healthcare. And I'm going through that right now. But there are many things that they are not taken into account. So I think that preventive healthcare is not so big in this country. And that was something that I found quite surprising because if you talk to a Dutch person, they would tell you, like, yeah, well, you go to the doctor when you're sick. Yes. But if we could avoid certain illnesses or we could, catch them early on, that would be much better. So I think that the health system can improve. And I hope it will improve for the benefit
Yes.
of all of us.
So let's talk a little bit about the health system, how it works, because a
Yeah.
lot of people have like this misunderstanding that, especially I heard this from a lot of Americans that they come here, that for example everything is free here, the health system. That's
It's
not
not.
true. It's
Mm.
not.
Not at all.
I
No.
think it's more like a combination of
Mhm.
like you have certain things that are free that are the most basic ones, especially if you have a low salary. And then you have some things that you have to spend money on it and you will have to spend a lot of money on it. Like for
True.
example, dentists, uh, if you have problems in your eyes,
Physiotherapist
physiotherapy,
also.
exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have to go to physiotherapy because I had a little bit of problem on my hip because of playing football in Argentina, and it was like muscular. So I have to do some exercise, but yeah, it's not completely free like people think. Like
Mhm.
there are some
Not
basic
at all.
things that are free if you have like the basic plan
Yeah.
that I have, for example. Like you have your GP consultant is free. Then if you have, for example, a problem that the ambulance have to come, I think that is free, except if you cannot justify it.
Mhm.
Um,
I mean, it's not bad, but I think it can improve in many ways. Also Spain, but I think the Netherlands in some ways, the communication, it depends also from doctor to doctor. But if sometime in the beginning I was very confused that for example, I had to go through surgery in this country. So I had a good health insurance. Like you pay a few €100 per month. I'm not complaining. The doctors, nurses, everything was fantastic. I'm
yeah,
not
they
critical
are
about
very
that part.
professional and everything works good. They have good technology,
Mhm,
everything.
mhm.
Now, of course, when you have good things, you have to pay for them. That's how
Yeah.
it works. If it's free, then the quality will go down. This is just how it is.
But I also think they do not take you too seriously. Because my experience was that I went to the emergency room, like the emergency, because I was having a lot of pain. I'm not gonna give so many details about what kind of surgery it was, but I was going through a lot of pain. And I tell them I really need somebody to see me because I something's definitely wrong with me. And I was waiting. They gave me a telephone number. I was like, yeah, you have to call and ask for an appointment. This is not an emergency. I was crying and crying. And finally, I think 2 hours later, I was like, I really need somebody to see me. Please, somebody. And I got immediate surgery. So it was something that really needed to be treated in that moment. I still had to wait a few hours because there was no um, like surgery room for me at that moment and so on. But I feel that for you to be attended, you have to be very dramatic and like, oh, I'm dying. And sometimes you handle pain very well, but it's an emergency, and I think it can improve. I think it can improve, and also I found weird that you cannot call. But this is more because I'm used to other countries that you cannot call a gynecologist or an ophthalmologist by yourself. You always need to go through the GP first, and usually you call and you contact with the, I guess it's a secretary. I don't know, and this person decides if you talk to the doctor or not. And I found that very weird. But It is how it is.
Yeah, like basically like the GP, that is your general practitioner.
Mm.
You talk first with him, and then this guy or girl sends you to like whatever specialist doctor
Yeah.
you need. And that consultant is free, at least on my understanding. I'm not an expert on these subjects, by the way, so
Yeah.
make your own.
Maybe it's also my doctor, and it's not all doctors. Like I didn't have my period for 9 months.
Yeah. By
And
the way, I wanted to say like make your own research.
Yeah.
Don't
True.
take what we are saying here like the
It might
holy
depend
grail.
for you.
Yeah, but we're trying to give you like a basic knowledge of the country.
We just wanted to improve because this is home, and we want the Netherlands to be the best.
Yeah,
Basically.
of course.
That's it.
Well, if you have to compare Spain with the Netherlands in the health system, which one would you say is better? Because in Spain it's free, right? It's like
I
completely
mean,
free.
you pay it with your taxes.
Yeah, exactly.
So
We're gonna go to that
yeah,
also.
great
That's
part
a
of
very
your taxes
important,
go to the
very
health
important
system.
point.
So I must say I've never paid taxes in Spain. I've never worked in Spain. I was always a student, so I didn't use the health system that much. So this is tricky because it's like, oh, how can you compare them both? Because I have family and I also see this, and because here in the Netherlands I see a lot of people. I've met a lot of people who do struggle just to get treatment. I think that the main problem here is that maybe there are not enough doctors for the huge amount of the population. I think maybe we need more doctors in it. Maybe it's really hard to be a doctor. Maybe
Yeah,
that's the main
I
reason.
think there's some professions that are there are missing people. Doctors is one. Everything that has to do with paramedics,
that
nurses,
explains a lot.
they need a lot. But also because, like by law, to be able to work as a in the health system, you need to know Dutch.
Yeah.
So already a lot of foreigners could not work there. So of course you reduce the number. And this also happens to professions like, for example, electrician, plumber, construction workers. All of this, when you need to do something in your house, like electricity shop or whatever, that you need to fix something and you have to call somebody.
Yeah.
Is maybe they tell you, yeah, sure, I go there in 1 month, and it's like,
oh yeah, that's true.
I need it now, and it's like, oh, well, there's not enough people.
So-
call somebody else.
We have some friends that had some problems with the windows. Remember?
Yeah.
And
Our friends,
taking
Chase and
many
Brenna,
months.
a couple from the USA, they are
Mhm.
very cool. Shout out to them.
Hi.
Yes. Yeah, and they told us that they have to fix something. What was it?
The windows from the
windows,
From the roof.
okay,
They
yeah.
were getting water inside.
And they wanted to hire somebody, but they didn't find anybody, or
I
it took a
think
lot
was
of time to come.
all paperwork and stuff like this.
Yeah.
Some things take time, but I still love the Netherlands, and I think you too.
Yeah, I do for sure.
And I have to say that I do not mind the weather at all. Like the wind sometimes is a bit annoying, but yeah, I don't mind the weather that much compared to I think other foreigners. They're like complaining about the weather. The weather is fine. It's the same in my region. It's the same.
Yeah, I think we should talk about salaries here, if you
Mhm.
don't mind
Yeah.
saying how much you make and how much cost of living is, the rent.
I can talk more about what I'm spending because I am changing jobs right now,
Okay.
so I do not know my full salary right now.
But approximately, like also
no idea.
in comparison to other shops that you did, so people can have like an understanding of the money in this country. You don't have to say the exact amount, but you can say like.
I have no idea because I don't know how many hours it's going to be per week.
Okay, I will start then.
I start tomorrow, so I do not know yet.
It's okay.
I hope it's good. I don't know.
So I for example work in the hotel,
Mhm.
in the reception of a hotel, and I make approximately. It depends because here in this country you can work a lot more of hours, much less hours. Depends on what you need. If you're a
Mhm.
student, if you just want to work less or whatever. But I'm making like 2,500, which is a low salary. But anyway, I'm happy with it because you can live a pretty good life in this country
Yeah.
even with a low salary.
Even with, I think even with basic salaries, still you can cover a lot.
Yeah, I mean the thing is like you have to check the rent because that's where most of your money goes off. So of course, if you make a low salary,
mm,
you cannot live like in the best part in the center of Amsterdam in the nice fancy place.
Rent is expensive though.
Rent is expensive.
That I can say
Or I
because I
mean,
know exactly how much I pay.
yeah, maybe you can do it, but then you will not save any money. So what's the point? You know.
True.
So, but generally, people what they do is like they like I'm doing right now, rent a place and then you share with somebody, and then it's like 50-50 expenses of the rent, also
True.
all the services, and then you can of course save much more money, travel, and just like
Even if you because like my rent personally I so I share with one person and we both pay a little bit over 1K each. um but some of the houses are way more expensive, I think. And but I think normal in Amsterdam could be like from 850 to God knows, like to 3, 4, 5K, depending on how much you make or how much you
you
want to
mean the
spend
rent.
as the rent. Yeah,
So yeah,
per
like
room, not per.
per
You want to get an apartment for 900 euros.
yeah, no,
That's for
like
sure.
for a room, maybe you will pay like the cheapest will be like maybe 700, 800.
Yeah, I think so.
But you have to also check what you're getting in what part.
And you won't have furniture. Sometimes you won't have floors. This is something that is shocking for some foreigners. I think that
Yeah.
sometimes you don't have floors.
So and the most you can pay is maybe for a room like 1,000, 1,200
Mhm.
maybe. Like it really depends, but it's
Yeah.
around 800, and like that's like the lowest, and then like 1,200 for a room will be like the top that you pay. And then of
Mhm.
course, if you want to rent the whole apartment, it will be
Yeah,
more.
it's
It
going
would,
to be
I
more.
guess the lowest will be like 2,200 maybe.
But what I meant to say is that if you have, um, imagine like salaries can go like from 3K to people get really high salaries here, but you get to have a good life even if you don't have like 7K a month or something. You can get to save money, to travel, to have a good life, which compared to what I was mentioning in Spain, like I compare with friends back in Spain and so on. People with high studies, not meaning that because you have a university degree, you deserve to earn more. That's not what I meant. But I mean like specialized
Well,
studies.
yes and no. Also, like if you have
I'm talking
a
about
degree, like
engineers and so on,
you
making
have to you
quite low
study a lot
salaries.
for it. So I guess
Hmm.
like you deserve also like a better salary.
Hmm. But
Yes.
like specialists, and I thought that they had much higher salaries, to be honest, because I was talking to a friend of mine back in Spain. Like it's not such a long time ago. I think it was like 6 months ago or so. And I was asking, yeah, but I'm assuming that because he has a really good position, I thought, okay, you're making like no, like I hope at least 4K. It's like you're crazy. Not at all. So it was like that's the prices that you pay for rooms, for example, in Barcelona, in Madrid. If you're making like 1,200 and rooms are also 800, that's ridiculous. You cannot have, it's not that you cannot save money. It's like you cannot have a decent life. You cannot maybe have enough money to buy groceries or I don't know, like to go even to the cinema or something like that.
Well, this is the thing. Like you have countries like Spain that maybe has some free things like um, health system. I don't know if education is free, but
Yeah.
you have a lot of free things. But then like the economy collapses, goes down a little bit. I see that problem that a lot of
Mhm.
countries that are like free because like we
Yeah.
discussed, you pay with your taxes. Then they f you. Let's just talk properly.
Yeah.
From other aspect that is the inflation and the economy going down. So yeah, you
I,
get what you pay,
I
basically.
think that in these cases, it's usually, um, you know, some people work really hard and they do everything right, and then some people take advantage of it. And I think we have that problem in Spain. We have this problem in the Netherlands too, but I think in Spain it's more obvious right now that some people take advantage of things, while other part of the population is working extremely hard and not being appreciated enough. That's very obvious. I'm being very controversial.
No,
Uh,
no, no, not at all.
please don't kill me.
No, we're not. Both of us, we are not very political about it,
Mm,
but we can talk more about like the economical aspect and
mhm.
how that fails.
Yeah.
And sure, Argentina, for example, is a disaster when it comes to the economic of the country.
Mhm.
Um, and it's an example of like a country also that, yeah, sure, everybody has too much rights, everything is free, but then like, yeah, what's the point of having a lot of free things if then that's going to create a lot of inflation and destroy the economy? And then nobody can have like a
Mm.
decent job, well-paid job. It's better just to pay your things and have a better
So,
economy, I think.
something I was quite surprised about when I was visiting Argentina was like I remember checking the dollar blue, and it was changing so drastically all the time. It was driving me nuts. And I was a tourist. I was like, I cannot believe
Yeah,
how people are not, like being mad and like rioting and going crazy.
yeah,
Because everyone
it's not a
was really
country that is
nice.
easy to travel. I mean, there's countries that are more travel, like maybe some African countries, India. I don't know that it's
Mm.
like a mess, at least for what I watch in YouTube. But Argentina definitely is not for beginners because like
No.
already when you came, you already have to like exchange your money, and then you have like this amount of euros, and then they give you this amount of pesos, and it's like what the fuck is going on
Yeah.
here? It's just because of the inflation, obviously. And then, of course, if you're a tourist, there are a lot of people that might take advantage of you, know, knowing prices and things like that,
Mhm.
and overcharging you. And also, you have to check like where do I walk, who do I talk, because some people are sketchy. You know, things that happen in third world countries, basically.
When when I was in Argentina, I was in some parts of it. So I was Buenos Aires, Iguazu, and when I was in Iguazu, I met two Argentinian guys, and they were staying at the same hostel as me. And I remember like being in the street, and some guys were walking towards us, like, "Hey," saying something like, "Hey, hello," and I was like, "Oh, hey," and the two Argentinian guys were like, "Do not talk to them. Don't you realize that they're trying to, like mock you or something?" And it's like, "Oh, I could not see that." I felt that everybody was so nice. I didn't have this
Yeah,
feeling. Every single
maybe not for
Argentinian told me,
the right reasons, but everybody's right. Everybody's nice. Yeah.
I don't know, but everybody told me like, be careful, do not walk through this area and this area by yourself. Do not talk to this, do not do this. Be careful. I have to say, also, I was a tourist, so it was in tourist parts. Like the place I was visiting were very touristic. So I think that you do not, at least not me in in that trip, you do not get to see the reality, and you are also in places that maybe are like the wealthiest part of for example in Buenos Aires I was staying um in quite wealthy neighborhoods, I guess, so I didn't feel this, but yeah.
All right. So, do you have any hobbies? Anything else that you want to talk about the Netherlands?
I do have hobbies, but I I do not know if they're related to the Netherlands. All I can say is that I love it here, but after now it's been between the last time, so 12 years ago, and this time, which by the way is quite different, Nijmegen than Amsterdam, where I'm living right now. Two different cultures, I have to say, even though it's the same country. Um, I think it just became a second home to me. So I do feel I'm very critical to the Netherlands, but the same way I'm critical with Spain, like for the good and the bad. Like I want this country to do the best it can, because it's my home. How I feel.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, everything.
So if you have to say a good, a bad, and an ugly thing about the Netherlands, what would it be? You can take your time.
Oof. So
Maybe I can start.
Yeah.
I can say, for example, the good thing would be the economy. You
Yeah.
make money in this country if you
Mhm.
work hard enough. So that's good. That's the good thing. The bad thing would be the weather, maybe, especially like 6 months of the year are super bad. You have like winter, and the other one is the falls. Super bad, like rain,
oh, I love it.
a lot of wind. How? Why? No, I don't like it at all.
I
But
love
then
the
when the
rain.
spring comes and the summer comes, that is like the other 6 months, the half of the year,
Mhm.
is super nice. But now we are entering into winter. If we are not, yeah, we are already in winter.
It's
So
freezing.
so now it's like the part that people don't go out that much. You don't want to travel that far. Like you have to
Mhm.
wear a lot of clothes. So maybe not the best part. And the ugly. What would be the ugly? Let's think something together. What can be the ugly part of this country?
I think
I have one
I do have
that,
one
that I don't
something.
see, for example, in Argentina happening. I don't know why. The common spaces in this country where you go to the lobby of an apartment or the stairs of houses always looks like shit.
Oh, that's
There's
true.
like leaf, there's dirt, there's rubbish. And it's like, how come? How come
It
people be
doesn't
so
look
trashy in a
nice.
first world country?
No.
Then you realize like the country is good, the economy is good, the buildings are good. But then some people are just trashy like in any third world country.
I think
It's just that they live in a good place.
the ugly, I think, is how they build some of the apartments, like the stairs
No.
and the
Wait. The architecture of this country is nice.
No, not outside.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
talking about new apartments, and you enter the apartment, and it's all gray and then yellow. That I do not quite like. Um, so the good, the bad, and the ugly. I think the ugly would be that, or sometimes unsolicited advice, like you're not saying anything and somebody gives you advice out of nowhere, even though you didn't ask for it, and you're not close to these people. This is something like, okay, I got used to it. So it's like, okay, fine. Um, the good.
Definitely not the weather. We talked
Oh, the
about it.
weather, I do not mind it that much.
Definitely not the food also. No.
I
Not
like
the best thing that this country
I
has.
like Dutch food.
What? Do you like the
I love
herring?
herring. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, unpopular opinion.
By the way, let's explain to people what herring is because
Yeah.
maybe they don't have a clue about it.
So
It's like basically like a raw fish.
mhm.
It's not cooked. But it's not like salmon that is like pink and fancy. It's like a raw, ugly fish
Oh, it's so nice.
that you kind of like dip it in onions and then you just
Mhm.
put it in your mouth like this.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
It's perfect for the beach. So you know, they have these trucks that go to the beach and you get the herring and you're like, I want extra onion in it. And oh, it's fantastic. It's really like pickled kind of. It's really nice. I actually like it more than the stroopwafels, which are like cookies with like
Yeah, but they are two completely different things. One
Yeah.
thing is sweet and the other thing is like a raw fish. So
the raw fish wins in my mind. It's really nice. I like Dutch food.
do
But
you
I think
also
I'm the
like
exception.
do you also like a stampot?
Stamppot, everything.
Oh
I
my
like
God.
it. I like Dutch food.
But
I
like,
cook a lot of Dutch food too.
are you going to like compare it with, for example, like pasta, pizza, an Argentinian barbecue?
You know, there's this trend on TikTok right now, right? That it says, what the hell is an acai bowl? And people post pictures of like, in Spain, for example, of Spanish food and like eggs with potatoes and a paella, a tortilla, and so on. For me, I love everything. I love food. So for me, like Dutch, everything
The Spanish tortilla, by the way, is super good.
is really nice.
We have a couple that they are from Spain.
Oh, there, Diego, your
Diego and
tortilla is the
Michal.
best. Yeah,
the tortilla that Diego does is so good.
it's so good. He
Yeah.
was saying the other day that he cooks like a mom, and I do think so too.
Well, maybe his mom teach him. That's where
It's
he
really
got the
nice.
skills. And yeah, it's very nice.
It's a very nice tortilla. But I just love every kind of food. Later on, I will explain one food that I did not like in one of my trips, and I think I'm going to offend a lot of people. But sorry, not sorry, I did not like it.
It's okay. We're not politically correct in this podcast, so you can just like crash any country you want and it's
I'm
fine.
going to jail.
We're gonna have fun with it. Yes, so maybe we can start talking more about traveling because you travel as a solo woman, is that right? Or you travel with people?
So I've done a little bit of everything. I've traveled with friends, traveled with my family, and I've traveled by myself. I do love traveling by myself. I think that everyone who travels solo um, maybe can relate to me. It's kind of addictive because either when you travel by yourself, either you love it or you hate it. And I think if you love it, it's probably because you have a good relationship with yourself. You will have to have a lot of conversations with yourself, like, oh, am I annoying or this, and how you react to things. And
By
yeah,
the way, sorry to interrupt. I'm a person who loves to travel by itself.
yeah,
I haven't traveled that much because I'm not really a
it's
person
addictive. Yeah,
who likes to travel that much because you have to think so much about like, okay, where do I go? How do I go there? Where do I get a room or what Airbnb or whatever? It's so much things that you have to think of
true.
that you're thinking like, wow, I'm not having fun. I'm supposed to travel to have fun and I'm
Yeah.
stressing so much. Maybe it's my brain, but yeah, that's why I don't travel that much. But I visit some places like Ireland, for example. I visit Belgium. I lived 2 years in London. Well, of course, the Netherlands, and then just Argentina and Brazil, but not that much. Now, in the other hand, you went to like 70 countries.
Mhm.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
So
I hope I keep on traveling. That is not the
tell
end.
us, tell us everything you can tell us about that because that's very interesting, especially your perspective as a woman on traveling. That is, of course, not the same as a man because as a
Mhm.
woman, obviously, it's more difficult to travel, especially to some places on the planet
I have an
that
opinion
are not
about
very
this.
women friendly. So we're gonna talk
True.
about that.
I have to say though, maybe I have a controversial opinion on this too. Sorry, unpopular also. But I do think that sometimes traveling as a woman in some countries can be easier than traveling as a man because
That's interesting.
yeah, because I came to realize when you are a solo woman, and yeah, some people will try to take advantage of you, that's for sure. But also, a lot of people will protect you more. And if you're a solo man, maybe you will not be that protected. Like if you're a solo woman, a lot of people will, try to be like, pretend that they are like your friends if something happens, like fellow women, for example. Or sometimes I've been, for example, I remember arriving in Cambodia at night and everybody was like making sure, like other guys and other girls, like, hey, just text me when you're in the hotel. So we met in a bus from Thailand to Cambodia. It's like, okay, let's just make sure that all of us are safe. I think men are not so protected sometimes. So
Yeah,
it's
maybe something also that men don't do is talk about how they feel.
mhm.
So maybe if you're having anxiety or you don't
Yeah.
feel secure someplace, maybe like we try to pretend that, nah, sure, like I feel good.
Yeah.
So yeah, you try to pretend you're strong. You're
Mhm.
stronger than what you really are. So that can affect also like if you don't ask for help, then you're not gonna get help, obviously.
True.
So sometimes it's good also as a man to show a little bit of emotions and say, hey, I
Mhm.
don't like this, I need help with this. That's also good.
I just feel like it's hard to sometimes to travel as a woman. You need to be very conscious of what you're doing, and sometimes things might happen, but you need to be responsible. And think about what time I'm coming back, who I'm talking to. Just use your instincts. But I do feel like even though some countries are really hard for women to travel by themselves, we tend to talk about this as like the world is really easy for solo men. And I think sometimes solo men are less protected than solo women, I think. And I think this is very unpopular, but I've met a lot of solo women traveling, but not so many men by them.
It's okay. It's nice to see a different perspective. What I wanted to ask you is, when did you decided like you wanted to travel the world? When was that moment that sparking you that you say like, oh wow, I want to visit so much countries? Not everybody has that spark in themselves. I don't have it for sure. I'm more like a local person who likes to just live my life in one country. But you travel a lot. So when did that change in you?
I think it's a bit of a long story. It has several parts.
We have time.
So I think the moment I fell in love with travel, I think I was 7 years old. And it was the first time I was traveling, and I went on a night train from La Coruña to Reus, which is in the eastern part of Spain. I was going to Salou.
Wait, at 7 years old?
7, yeah.
But you were with your parents, obviously.
I was with my mom and my brother, yeah.
All right.
But the first time I traveled by myself, I was 14.
And by yourself? With 14?
With the government. So
it was like a group of people.
Yeah, so I won something, and I went to see the European Parliament, and I was 14, and we went to see the Parliament and so on. But the time I fell in love with travel was in that trip. It was like 1998, so a long time ago. And it was night train, and you have like beds and so on. And I remember everything so vividly. Like I remember like having some candy and playing the Smurfs in a Game Boy Pocket, so black and white. I remember these things, and then arriving in Salou, and there were many kids from Belgium and from France. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And I also was the weird kid who wanted to learn English at school. So I really tried hard to learn English because everything foreign was so cool to me. I found foreigners to be fascinating. And yeah, and I remember some of my friends making fun of me because, oh, you want to learn English? Look at me now.
But like learning English is something so basic that everybody should do. Like
not a lot of Spaniards my age can speak English. At least not fluently.
All right.
We're talking about a different world. Nowadays, nobody would do that. But we're talking about the 90s, early 2000s. This is how the world was. And then again, when I was at university, so I lived on campus. I lived in Canto Blanco. That's the campus of la Universidad Autónoma de Madrid. And in my residency, like my group of friends, we were all from all around the world. So like we had Sachi from Japan, and then every year we had different people come in. So people from Japan, from China, from the UK, from everywhere, like Jamaica, and it was so nice. I tried so much food, like from all around the world, and I think I started traveling more and more when I finished uni, actually, because before, I was traveling, but not in such a crazy manner. And I think it was when I finished uni, my friend Sachi, she's from Japan. I went to visit her in Japan. We traveled together with another Japanese friend. And for like, I think that trip was like a month or so. And then I went to Singapore because one friend of mine was doing his PhD there. And in the beginning, I thought, oh my God, it's so far away. And somehow something changed in me. I ended up in the hospital in Singapore. Like, I didn't go through customs in Singapore. I took a flight from Malaysia to Singapore, 50 minutes flight, worst flight of my life.
Do you want to tell why?
Yeah, I had a vertigo attack.
So is it something that we can talk about?
I
where
have
you end up
central
in
vertigo. And
okay.
That does not stop me to travel. So I think a lot of people...
Can we explain people what central vertigo is? Because I have no clue, for example.
There are two types of vertigo. You have... I'm going to explain what vertigo is because I think if not, it's gonna get too medical. But
Yeah, I
basically, it's the
mean, we
balance
don't have to do it
in your
that
brain.
medical, just like a simple explanation so
Yeah,
people
it's
can kind of
yeah,
understand.
it's the balance.
Because that affects also you traveling, I guess.
Yeah, so it's basically, I would say, your balance. When you have vertigo attacks, you lose your balance completely. My I looking back, I think I had it for a long time, but I started having it really big attacks in my 20s, for hours and sometimes days. And the biggest one happened to me in this flight, really short flight. I thought I was dying. I thought I was having a I don't know, like brain damage or something. Like that's how it feels. Like anybody
Oof.
who has had a
That
very good
doesn't
attack
sound good
feels.
at all.
It's not painful.
Oh, okay, that's good then.
Well,
But is it like something that I don't know if I
it can
should
be
ask this,
painful
but
sometimes in your eyes, but yeah.
can it be something that it can end you?
No.
Oh, that's good then.
No.
That's good.
But I didn't know back then. You can have ocular migraines while you're having an attack, and that is quite painful. Ocular migraine, quite painful.
Yeah, migraines are painful
Yeah.
for sure.
So when you have a vertigo attack, usually you have migraines. So the part that, at least in my case, the part that is painful is the migraines because I have ocular migraines and you're vomiting a lot and so on. But it's not dangerous. But you feel like you're dying, like your body's not answering. But I deal with it very well. I've traveled a lot. I take planes. I remember like arriving in Singapore. I ended up in the hospital. I was there for like 4 hours, and then I saw my friend, and I was thinking I don't want to travel anymore. 3 days later or 4 days later, we had a flight to Vietnam, and I was like, you know what? I won't let life stop me. And I've
There
had
you go, girl. There you
yeah.
go. Nobody can catch your wings.
Woo!
Nice, nice. Yeah, so regardless like all the adversities you have, you still wanted to travel
Yeah.
to see the world, which that's very brave. I really admire from you.
Thank you.
And we have been talking like 1 hour. Wow, that's a lot of time. If you want, we can now play the tier game.
Yeah.
I'm going to explain people what this game is about because they might not know. I'm going to share my screen so people can see. Here we have a tier list that Elida also can see. This is all the countries that Elida has been to, except one that we're missing that I don't know what happened because you went to 70, we have 69, but whatever.
I think more, but when
Maybe
I did
more.
the list,
maybe even more. And here we have different categories. We have Perfection Land. This is all made up by me. Wonder Heaven. Then we have Alrightopia. We have Mediocria and Disasterlandia. So we will have to select all these countries that Elida has been living on to put them in different categories. Of course, this is your ranking list, not mine. So
they're gonna take my passport
I
from
will
me.
just influence you with my opinions, but this is up to you what you want to put here. Okay, so we're going to start with the first one, that is Argentina.
The pressure.
My country, by the way, but you can put it anywhere you want. I'm not going to feel offended.
Look, I love.
Actually, if you put it too high, I'm going to be offended.
I would say prepare to be offended because I loved Argentina.
By the way,
I want to go back.
We have to set some parameters of like what we decide is good and bad.
Okay.
Obviously, otherwise, like how are we going to rate them, right? So we're rating here based on tourism, not like where would I want to live, because otherwise Europe would be obviously in top because
as a tourist, yeah,
those are the best countries. But we're going to put them based on tourism. What is the best place? Because it's good to, because it's cheap. You can spend well your money there. because it's safe. You don't have like crimes. It's not there's not too much contamination or whatever. You
Mhm.
feel safe, and also there's things to do.
Okay.
Like for example, it's a place where there's a lot of things to see. There's a lot of nature. There's life, nightlife, etc.
So Argentina. So the parameter is basically like money wise. What did we say? Money?
So money, but not money like the country has a good economy.
No,
More
no,
like
just for us, like the Spanish
we
tourists.
go with
Mhm.
our euros and we can
Mhm.
spend a lot.
Yeah.
That will make it good, obviously, because
Mhm.
if you go, yeah, like for example, Switzerland, beautiful country, but it's so
Crazy
expensive that
expensive.
it doesn't make it like the best tourist option, you know.
Yeah. So Argentina, when it comes to money, it was a
I think
headache.
I think it's very well rated that
Yes or no? I think it was a headache.
because of the exchange.
Because of the yeah, and
Yeah.
I was working for an airline, so I flew stuff, and even flying stuff, you pay only the taxes for the planes, and they were the highest taxes I pay for any other country. Airport taxes in Argentina are incredibly high, um, and I think that the currency is a bit unstable, so it's cheap. It was cheap when I went there. I don't think it's that cheap right now. As far as I've heard from other people. For me, I had the best of the best. I felt like heaven. People, fantastic. Argentinians were amazing. They were
Yes,
so
we are.
nice. I thought they were going to make fun of me because I'm Galician, so you know a lot of jokes of gallegos. So I thought, oh, they're
We
going
have
to tell me something.
in Argentina we have one of the worst economies of the world, so we
Yeah.
cannot laugh about anybody.
You know what I
We are the joke.
realized? Because I asked many of them, like, oh, because I'm Galician, like I'm the truly Galician. I thought you guys were going to make jokes about me. And then I realized this is controversial, but I realized that people, uh, at least the ones that I met, dislike Chileans more than they dislike
Yeah, some
Spaniards.
do.
Like
There's
they
problems
don't
there.
care about Spaniards, but the Chileans like they're Maldivas. I'm going to say Wonder Haven.
Wonder Haven. All right.
Why I don't say Perfection Land? Because I want to go back to Argentina.
All right.
There are many parts of Argentina that I haven't seen yet.
Now the bad thing is that you if you come from Europe and you
Yeah.
want to go to Argentina, you have to travel a lot. It's like 16 hours. It's not cheap the
It's
flight.
crazy.
That's the bad part
It
that
was
I
like
will
15 hours flight. And I remember, I- I've taken a lot of flights, right? I remember in that flight, I usually fell asleep as soon as I sat down. I just wake up for food. But in that one, I remember waking up in the middle of the night and checking the map, like, where are we? Or where I was, because I was by myself. We were in the middle of the water, and I was freaking out a little bit, like, oh my god, we're gonna die, we're gonna fall here in the middle of nowhere, and that's it. And also,
where
yeah,
you are having like an anxiety attack
uh,
or not so much.
I had a bit of anxiety, I have to say, because it's like this is taking forever, and we are in the middle of the ocean, so it did give me a
Yeah, I
bit of
get it.
anxiety, and so traveling at night sometimes can be a bit more relaxing, but in that case, it was not. But it's fantastic because you arrive in the morning. I think you arrive like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. So you arrive with a lot of energy because for you it's like much later. So you get to see, yeah, for example, I arrived in Buenos Aires, obviously, and I got to see the obelisco, and there were almost no people. And it was fantastic. I have to say, I went to Argentina after you guys won the World Cup. So it was extremely safe there. So safety also for me was fantastic
All right.
as
So
a tourist.
Argentina Wonder Heaven.
Wonder heaven. Because I want to
Woo!
go back and then it would be
Argentinians are
perfection
happy
land.
about this.
Yay.
Anyway, let's move on to Belgium. This, by the way, is completely messed up. Like
Mm-hmm.
doesn't follow any order. So yeah, let's
Yeah.
go to Belgium now.
Belgium. I've been to Belgium so many times. So many times. So I have good, bad. I had the good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between. I dated a guy from Belgium, from Liège. some years ago. Hi, Tri. Hello. So I love Belgian food. Poulet Liégeois, fantastic. I really like people from Belgium, even though I live in the Netherlands. I think the French part, I know a lot of people who I love. And the Flemish part, I think they have a really cute accent. I think their accent is lovely. When it comes to money, yeah, not the cheapest country,
It's like the
but it's
Netherlands,
more or less,
basically.
yeah, it's more or less like us. Brussels, I'm not a huge fan, but Bruges, yeah, Liège, Louvain, Louvain-la-Neuve, is okay. So I think I'm gonna go with Rightopia
Or
because
Ethiopia. Wow.
because I really like it. I love it. But I am afraid I'm going to go for all of them to Wonder Haven and Perfection Land because, yeah, sometimes bad things happen when you travel, but of all you can get good
Okay, I also been to Belgium. It's one of the countries that I went because I haven't traveled
things.
that much. And I think there was a lot of things to see there. And also I think there is a lot of nightlife.
Yeah.
So I would have put it like more like in Wonder Heaven. But the thing that I didn't like is maybe I'm getting old, but everybody was so young. Yeah. It was like, why everybody so young?
I think
And then they
this
told me
this happens in parties
they
though.
told me because there's a lot of students in Belgium.
It can
I don't know.
be. Also, it depends if you go to a student city. Like this can happen in the Netherlands too. Like if you go to Leiden or you go to Nijmegen, is going to be more students. Here is more. We are 35. We're still young, but I think there are more people our age. So like in the 20s, which I appreciate to be honest. Like we're still baby.
All right, let's move on to Germany.
Germany. I lived in Germany.
How much years
No,
or month?
it was around 7 months. So
7 months. All right.
I did an internship in the Spanish consulate in Düsseldorf. So this was the Northern Westphalian region. But I've traveled a lot in Germany, a lot. But this region, Northern Westphalian, I know very well. Because when I was working for the Spanish consulate, I got to travel all around this region. I went to the prison in Münster, for example. Lovely. It's a castle in the middle of the
I love
city.
castle. I'm obsessed with castles.
Like
I love the medieval history.
I was going to visit a prisoner, so I had to tell him like how to fulfill some papers, get a passport when he was leaving.
What?
A prisoner. I was going to a prison. Yeah, that was one of the things I had to do.
Why?
Because I had to do a lot of consular duties. So one of the things I had to do was
Oh,
that.
okay.
I had someone with me, of course, and I remember being in the car and telling him, like the person who was with me, like, "Oh, when we come back and we stop by this castle, it's so beautiful." It's like, "Oh no, that's where we're going," and it changed the view I had on prisons because it was beautiful. It also had paintings on the walls, and it was not this image that we have of American prisons in movies.
So it was like a fancy prison in Germany.
It kind of looked fancy.
Right.
The part that I saw, of course, like but I think it was not one of these maximum security prisons. It was people.
Yeah, maybe for people who didn't commit like such a horrible crimes.
No, this guy he had a really tough life. Like he was like stealing his whole life, and it was more for his family, and it changed the view on prisons for me, and also for people who end up on prisons. Because this guy was my age, and I don't think he was a bad guy. Just I have a lot of opportunities in life.
All right. So where do we put Germany in this
Germany
list?
I'm going to go to. Sorry, Germans. But I don't want to go all up, so I'm going to be really tough in this one. But
Mediocria?
Mediocria.
Wow.
Why? Because somebody has to be in the bottom too. If not, we're not going to have anybody there.
All right.
And I think Germany is great to visit. I love Germans. Like I have not like extremely close, but I have a lot of German people in my life who have been lovely. But it's not a country that I would love to move back to.
All
I
right.
prefer the Netherlands. So
All right.
100%.
You prefer the Netherlands, and guess
Yeah.
who's next? The Netherlands.
Woo!
So,
No, it's not perfection land. Sorry, guys. So this is the thing. Like when you live in a country, you see the good, the bad, everything in between. You become extremely realistic of this country and the things that it provides for you and that you can provide for the country, of course. Um, there are many things about the Netherlands that I not that I don't like. So this is the thing. I feel for me the Netherlands is like being married to the country. Like I can, like when you have a marriage, you're like married for like 10 years, for example, or 15, and it's like I was in love with you, but now I see who you truly are. But I still love you because
what you mean? I see who you
yeah,
truly are.
the first time I lived in the Netherlands, I
It's
was
like you're
a student.
upset about.
No, the first time I lived in the Netherlands,
You want to divorce the Netherlands.
no. The first time I lived in the Netherlands, no, it's a more pure love, I think. Because the first time I lived in the Netherlands, I was a student, so everything was great. Like it was partying and meeting people. And by the way, Radboud University. Thank you to everyone at Radboud University. I loved my time there. I loved studying there. Um, I loved it. I loved my experience there. The professors, everything was really, really good. And then when I came back, it was in my 30s. I was a worker. A very different life. It's a very different type of immigration, right? Um, but the Netherlands always felt like home to me. Like I don't. Maybe it's because I'm also like a very direct person. That I never thought like, oh, Dutchies are rude because they're direct. No, because I'm like that too. So I appreciate it. So I think my personality is very similar to Dutch people, to be honest. So I'm going to go with
All right.
Wonder Heaven
Wonder Heaven. Okay.
because
I will put it also there.
I don't have an idealized version of it, but I think for me, the time being is the best country there is. Sorry, not sorry for the rest of the world.
Okay. Guess who's next in the
Spain, Españita.
list? Your country.
Hi, España. España is so different.
You
España
have to put it in a place of tourism.
for tourism. This is the thing.
So I will put it very high because for tourism it's very good country.
Look, for me, when I lived in Spain as a student, though I was not working in the country. So, yeah, same with the Netherlands, more or less. Spain, I think, is a country of countries. So you might love some parts, dislike some other parts. Personally, I've traveled a lot within Spain, and I love every part of it. I think we are such a cool country. We have so many different cultures, so many different languages, so many different types of foods, and all of them are good.
Hmm.
I think
I agree.
we're a cool country.
Yes.
If we had a better economy, because some politicians or some bad people should stop taking
But we're
advantage
talking
of
about
Spaniards.
tourism
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
So the
But
political part, I don't care. I'm just going to visit your country and have fun, you know?
Yeah, still, it could be also better for foreigners. As a tourist, I'm gonna go with Wonder Haven.
Wonder Heaven.
Yeah.
Good. That's a good place. Yeah.
I think it's good.
I would have put it more like in maybe Perfection Land for tourism
Yeah, you think
because
so?
there's so much to see, so much to do. But yeah,
It's like
Wonder
I'm afraid
Heaven
to
also.
put anyone on Perfection Land because I think everything
Yeah.
can improve.
Well, here comes another one that it
And
could
I'm
be.
biased because I'm Spanish, so
This is another one that it could come into Perfection Land. The only thing that maybe is not perfect that is far away from Europe. But
Mexico?
Mexico for tourism.
Mm, I do not quite agree.
I know Americans love Mexico because I personally listen to country music, and there's a lot of lyrics that talk about going to Mexico. So they
I
love
think
Mexico.
I think Mexico is very Americanized, and I think southern part of the United States is very Mexicanized. I think they have like a culture that is like kind of mixing there. Um, so I really liked Mexico. I cried when I saw the Chichen Itza. I
The
love
Chichen
Mexico.
Itza is a pyramid, right?
It's not. I mean, it has a shape of pyramid, but it's not a pyramid. And they got offended when they say, "Oh, the pyramid," because it's not a pyramid. It's the temple of Chichen Itza, and I think the most popular one is the Kukulkan. And the solstice of summer and winter, you can see a snake going down. Mexico has amazing food,
Amazing history.
amazing history.
I would put it like for tourism. We're not talking about all the problems with the cartels
No,
and the
but
politicians.
wait, because I'm not there yet.
I would put it in perfection land for tourism.
I would not, and this is going to be very surprising. But maybe I'm gonna put it in Alrightopia,
All right, Topia. All right.
and I'm going to explain why. And I think a lot of Mexicans might agree with me. It's not because there's something wrong with Mexico. What the hell is going on in Tulum? What the hell is going on in Cozumel?
What is
One
going on?
margarita cannot be $23. Not because I'm a
Wow.
I'm a foreigner. It means that I'm rich. It is expensive for me to go there.
But is it like a huge big margarita or just a small
No.
glass?
Normal size.
Okay.
I understand that there are tourist places, but and that people need to make a living. My God, Tulum, like 2 ice creams, $50. I'm talking US dollars. I for what I've learned when I was there, a lot of Mexicans cannot afford to travel within their own country because it has some parts have become so incredibly expensive that it's cheaper for them to travel somewhere else. So I think Mexico is amazing, but I was very surprised how expensive it was. It was like expensive to the point it was like you're taking advantage of foreigners. So I think that yeah, it could be higher if they were not so crazy about prices in
All
general.
right.
Yeah.
Let's move on to France, which this one is one that I talk with a lot of people, especially women, and they always put it like in perfection land. They say, "Oh, France is so romantic, so beautiful, the Eiffel Tower," but it also has the dark side of it
France
because there's
and the French.
lately there's been a lot of scammers.
I have to say, I've been to many places in France. I've been to Lille. I've been to Nice.
It's not so
Cannes.
safe now, they say. Like it was like 20 years ago.
Mm.
That's what some people say. I don't know.
I've been to France many times. I've been to, I think it's so different because you're in Bordeaux, you are in Nice, Cannes, Lille. They are so different to Paris, even like within France to Paris. And there are many places in France that I still want to visit.
Before you say anything, I will personally put it in Alrightopia. And this is controversial. Because I know a lot of people put it in perfection line.
I'm thinking I would not put it in perfection line. I'm so sorry to the French. First of all, I'm Spanish. That's never gonna happen.
Ooh la la.
Like, nah. No, but I really I like the French and I like France. This is oh my God, my other Spanish is gonna kill me. But you know, like I really like France. And I have to say that it's the same as with Spain. I think it's a country of countries. Like some regions, people are really lovely, and some other regions are like, what is wrong with these people? I have to say that I find Paris myself a quite not quite, but a bit dangerous. At least I've been to Paris, I think, 3 times, and I do not here in Amsterdam. I go out by myself sometimes, and I have to come back 3 o'clock in the morning, and sometimes like it's not so far. I can walk or take a bike. I don't know if I would do that in Paris.
Exactly. Here in the Netherlands, you don't feel unsafe, even though some people might say yes in some parts, but you don't really feel that unsafe. In France, I think things changed a lot, and now there's a lot of people that says it's kind of sketchy.
Yeah, some parts are. Um, Bordeaux, for example, was really nice, and yeah, a lot of French people could speak Spanish, and they were like, "Oh, really into Spanish culture." I went to Nice last year; it was lovely. Lille, I really like Lille. I think that yeah, you also have to understand like Parisians, you know, like tourism is crazy, so probably they're tired of tourists.
Okay,
So
where do we put France? Because
yeah,
we
yeah,
don't
well, Rightopia is
have.
fine for me.
All right, Topia. All right,
Yeah,
because
I
we
want
have
to be
so much
very
countries.
realistic here, but I love all the countries I've been to,
Yes,
and
we have all
I'll
of
come
this
back to France.
still left. So let's move
Yeah,
on to Belize. I got it right, right?
yeah,
This is Belize. Okay.
Belize, yeah. Belize was nice. I think people do not know a lot about Belize.
This is in Central America.
It's in Central America.
The
It's
flag,
not an
the flag
island. A lot
looks
of people.
nice. Let's zoom this. Like
I think it's the only flag in the world that shows
there's
two
like a
people.
brown guy and a black guy.
Yeah, it shows two people. Um,
Interesting.
it's a quite interesting flag, and it shows this interesting part. Like the red and the blue show represent political parties. So when the flag was created, the political party was like blue one, and then the red one. So that's why there's less of red. But those are the two political parties, the main ones. Um, Belize, people were lovely. The beer was so nice. Um, I went to. I remember going to Altunja, which are also some Mayan ruins, and it was really nice. Belize, to be honest, like it depends when you go. Depends if you're going through like a rainy season. Like when I was there, it rained and then it stopped raining. Uh, obviously. What I mean is like
At some point, it would stop.
yeah. What I mean is
All
like
right.
rains can be quite crazy, and you might have like not crocodiles, the other type
Alligator
alligators on the streets. I think those
in
are
the streets.
alligators.
Wow, that's
If
crazy.
they're like big rains, so you can see that the houses are built a little bit higher up. Um, I have to say that I really like them, and I would like to go back. So probably I'm gonna go with Wonder Haven because
Wonder
I want to see
Haven. All
more of
right, yeah,
Belize.
sounds
And
nice.
yeah,
Let's move.
very nice.
Botswana.
Oh, I loved Botswana. I really like Botswana. So I I loved elephants.
Oh, this
So
is the place where elephants are.
yeah,
Botswana.
Botswana. There is a national park. There is a Chobe National Park that has the highest amount of
Are
elephants
they
in the
like free in
world.
the wild? Or
Yeah,
like
in the wild, in the wild.
but is it like a reserve that they circle around? Or it's like completely wild?
No, no, it's wild. It's a national park, so it's wild. But so you go. Of course, you have to go with a guide and
Yeah.
so on in a safari. But it's not circ. It's not like a zoo or anything like this.
I love elephants also, but they
Yeah.
can freaking
So
kill
it
you.
goes from Chobe and then you go to
They are so
the
big, and if
Kalahari.
they get aggressive, they will definitely kill you right away.
Yeah, it's true. But I really like elephants, and it was a really nice safari that I did. For example, Botswana, that one with Chobe. Like, if you love elephants, I recommend it 100%. Um, it was so nice. There was a moment that I got really scared because our car broke down and we had to push the car. And I was like, well, I'm going to be breakfast for lions. But I'm here. Spoiler
Oh,
alert.
there's lions also in
Oh
Botswana?
yeah. There's many types of animals.
Crazy.
But
So it's a very good country if you want to do like
if you
is
want
it
to
called
do,
safari when you go to
is
see animals?
I think that for me,
Yeah.
uh, Botswana, and then I will say it later on. Botswana, Kenya, and Tanzania are like the best for. Also, like I mean, South Africa, yeah, you can go to, and there are some good ones. But if you really like elephants, okay, so I really love elephants. You will see so many together. Botswana, so I recommend it. And, so for me, I don't want to say perfection line to for any of them. Um, So
Wonder Heaven then.
I think Wonder Heaven, yeah,
All right.
100%. It was fantastic. I loved Botswana. I love people from Botswana were so nice. The food was really nice. To be honest, it was a perfect trip there, so nothing
Okay.
to complain about.
Ecuador.
Ecuador. Okay, interesting. I was not in Ecuador for too long. And I was in Ecuador, I think, like 2 days, 3 days, 3 days. So I was flying stuff back then. I wanted to fly from Lima to Amsterdam, and I didn't make it to the flight. I didn't have staff tickets with Air France, only KLM. So this is when you work for an airline and like you just go to the plane, you pay for the taxes, and you have to wait. And maybe there is space for you, maybe there is not. And I couldn't make it to that flight, and I had to wait a few more days in Lima. And I remember talking to one of my former coworkers, and I was telling him like, I think maybe I will fly to the United States because there's 3 flights from New York a day to Amsterdam, so like I can just take that. Go to Ecuador. And he is from Ecuador, and it's like, my mom lives in Guayaquil. Just go to Guayaquil, you're gonna love it. I want to visit Ecuador again, I have to say, because I only saw Guayaquil. And I told every Ecuadorian that I know, like, I loved Guayaquil. It's like, oh, if you loved Guayaquil, then you have to see so many other places because, they are like much, much nicer. Um, when I went there, I felt it was safe, but you see a lot of military in the street. I felt safe because also I was taking Ubers and so on. Everybody was so lovely, was taking care of me. Like, go here, you have my number, anything happens, you can call me. Like, I felt very taken care of. That is not a safe place. It was safe for me for the time being, but it's not safe yet, sadly, in general to travel there. Um, but I really like Ecuador, and something I found quite interesting. One was the amount of Chinese on the flight. Like the flight back was also like Spanish, English, and Chinese. Apparently, a lot of Chinese people invested in Ecuador. And something that I found also quite interesting is like they're, they are so handsome and beautiful. The people, like I was
You
in
mean the Chinese or the Ecuadorian?
the Equatorians.
Oh, okay.
Like I did not know many Equatorians. The Equatorians that I knew were handsome, but I thought, okay, yeah, it can be a
What about the
coincidence.
Chinese? No,
I
your
will
type?
mention it in China because I've been to China twice. And
Okay.
but the Equatorians, I was like, so beautiful. Like the guys,
You like Latinos?
like I never thought of it, but they were really, really handsome. At least the guys from Guayaquil, really handsome men.
Okay, so where do we put Ecuador?
I have to say, I'm going to say Alrightopia, not because I didn't love it. I liked it a lot. But I think that I hope that it becomes a safer place, both for tourists and both for Equatorians, because I saw a very small amount of the country that I want to go back and yeah, and I want to feel safe and that also people.
All right, Bolivia.
Ay, Bolivia.
Let's go a little bit faster
Oh, sorry. I have so many stories.
because we have so many more to come.
Yeah,
that,
sorry.
Bolivia.
Bolivia was really nice. I went to see Uyuni and so I'm gonna go with Wonder Heaven.
Wonder Heaven. Okay.
Yeah, La Paz can be a bit dangerous. Some areas, a lot of people disappear.
Whoa.
Yeah, like you will see big billboards of people who disappear.
But what you mean they disappear?
They
Like
disappear,
they get
like-
taken by
They're taken, I guess, about
criminals?
probably cartels,
Alright.
something, but everything like kids, adults, men, women. You see this everywhere, at least like in central parts.
Doesn't seem like
They
it
are
should
not
be
even.
in Wonder Heaven if that happens.
Okay, let's put it in Alrightopia.
All right.
I was thinking because of Uyuni.
We have to put countries in mediocre and disasterlandia.
Yeah, sorry.
So just keep that in mind.
No,
Don't
but
be
Bolivia.
so nice with all of them.
Uyuni, because to be honest, I loved every country I went to. Like I think there's always something good in every country. Bolivia, please go to Uyuni. Uyuni is fantastic. It's so beautiful. The biggest salt lake in the world. You have to chew a lot of coca. If not, you will go. You will feel a bit dizzy. But yeah, fantastic. Next,
Okay,
Brazil.
Brazil. I personally went there, so I would put it in perfection land
Really?
because, yeah, I mean, mm, people are amazing, beautiful. The place is nice, nice
I
beaches.
was gonna go with Wonder Haven
Music is nice.
because I want to see more things of Brazil. But I come from a place where we eat churrasco, so yeah, brothers
All
basically.
right, Wonder Heaven
I
then.
think it's Peru. Yeah, Peru.
Peru.
Ay, Peru. Ay, qué rico. The food was so nice. Except, and this is the thing that I was mentioning before. I'm so sorry. I didn't like the cuy. I
What
didn't
is
like it.
that?
I was gonna say like a rat. So it's a rodent, big one that they eat.
Hmm.
And
So they eat a rat. Basically.
for me, kind of, I'm sorry because maybe it's insulting,
It's
but
not a rat. It's
it's a
similar.
rodent. Yes,
It's a rodent. It's from the family.
it's from the family. And when they served
right.
it to well, some of us, because I want to say the Machu Picchu, you could see the teeth, so it felt kind of weird. I didn't like it that much. But yeah, Peru was really nice. I loved it. Machu Picchu
Machu
also.
Picchu is like the most touristic
Oh my
place.
god, I'm very emotional. When I
But
get happy,
by the
I get
way,
emotional.
people that doesn't know what Machu Picchu is, it's like a city
Mhm.
in the middle of nowhere in a mountain.
Yeah, true.
That it was like a residence that these Inca emperors, like the elite of the Inca Empire, had to like rest there and talk about
I
politics and war. And it was conserved because the Spanish never find it. It was found way later because it was like in top of the mountain, and it's very well conserved, and
It's
it
very
gives
well
like a lot
conserved.
of information of how like the Incas live and
Mhm.
whatever.
Still, I think that
So
they're
it's
going to
very
limit
nice.
the amount of tourists because there is massive tourism. Like this is also an issue. I'm sorry. So I also went there, but I loved it. I remember like saying goodbye, like you say Tupananchiskama, which is like until our cross meet again. And I was like, Tupananchiskama, Machu Picchu. And I was like crying my eyes out, like ah. But I also like Lima. I stayed in Miraflores, which is super nice. Larcomar, all this part, like that's when I learned that the what is the name of this teddy bear? Um,
Okay,
Paddington. The Paddington bear was Peruvian. I didn't know that.
where do we put Peru?
Hmm?
Where do we put Peru?
I think I'm going to risk it. I'm going to say professional. I
Wow,
think
we have a perfection
I
land.
think everyone should go to Peru at least once in time.
Nice. Okay, moving on to God bless the USA.
USA. Oof. The USA. Every state is so different from the
Yeah, that's
next
the thing about
one.
the USA. It's
It's so
like,
hard to place.
how do you place it? Because maybe you went to a state that is horrible winter, and then maybe you went to Florida
I went to Florida
summertime.
this year, for example. I
So
didn't dislike
different.
Florida. I really, really liked Florida. I really want to go to like
They told me that Miami looks like
Miami.
very plastic. That's what
I went
people
to
didn't like.
Tampa, so Tampa was not so crazy, but everything was so far away. And as a European, it's quite uncomfortable because I thought, I checked them out. Oh, it's 3 kilometers. It's 15 minutes, or like not 3 kilometers, but like 15 minutes, 20 minutes walk. It was even less. It's like, oh, we'll just walk. And yeah, and then it's all really bad communicated, or like some neighborhoods do not look that nice, like they're in the middle of nowhere. So you were kind of forced to use a car for everything. Buses um, are like public transportation is quite different from what we are used to. Like the level of public transportation that we're used to in Europe, for example. And then also other state I've been to, like New York. I really want to go to Texas, for example. It would be nice, but
Yeah, I like Texas also.
I've never
Everything's
been.
bigger
But
there.
I really want to go because I love
Here
like
in the
big
Netherlands,
cars.
everything's small.
Yeah,
In Texas, everything's big.
everything's big. I really want to go um for Tennessee. Like, yeah, I want to explore more of the United States for
There's
sure.
so much to explore, so much
Um,
states.
I was not a huge fan of New York. I had a lot of anxiety when I was there. Too much noise, too many things
Yeah,
happening. It
too much
smelled weird.
trash. I will
So
go more to the southern part. It seems more clean, more beautiful,
I'm kind of
better weather.
afraid that I put it in mediocre and then
Mediocre?
I
Wow, I
never
think
go
that's
back to
crazy.
States. I think it's all
But it's
rightopia
all right, Topia, yeah, okay.
because
Because it
it
depends where you
changes a
go.
lot.
It
It
changes
depends
a
where
lot.
you go.
Such a big country.
It's such a big country. To be honest, we all, I think, our generation was born and not born and raised, but like raised with American shows. So we kind of have still like this thing, like we all wanted to move there at some point in our
Yeah,
lives.
we all
So
fantasize
we all
how
fantasized
our
a bit
life
about the
would
States.
be if we
Mm,
were Americans.
yeah.
Okay, moving on. I think this is Honduras or El
Honduras.
Salvador. I don't know what this is. Is it Honduras?
It's Honduras. That one is
Okay.
Honduras. Honduras. I'm gonna go. All rightopia.
All right, Topia. And why?
Because I want to explore more of Honduras, basically. Like I haven't seen so much, and yeah. So in the Caribbean, it rains, and when it rains, it's crazy. Like the weather is still fantastic, but yeah, and yeah, I think I have to see more of Honduras to give them
Okay,
a higher
let
grade.
me check what time we have. We have maybe like 20,
Or
20 minutes more.
hurry up,
Maybe we can do it like we can do a little bit more, but it's okay.
like some random
I want
maybe.
to make the podcast last maybe 2 hours, not that much more.
Yeah,
But
if not,
okay,
people will hate me.
no, it's okay. Romania.
Romania. I'm gonna go with Wonderhate. Romania is nice. Nice food. The food is much better than I thought. Like, I mean, Romanians, they are the Latins of the East. So, yeah. I don't
All
know.
right.
What is there not to like? I think it's Hungary?
Bulgaria.
Bulgaria. I do not see. Ah, okay. Bulgaria. All right, Topia.
All right, Topia. Okay.
Because it was
It's close to
snowing.
Romania, I think, right?
Yeah, it's just on the at the south. Just because when I went there, I want to go back in summer. I went in winter. It was snowing a lot, and I fell in Berlico Tarnovo and I hurt myself a bit. So yeah, Arachopia. China.
China. This one you can take your time because it's a big country. You can talk a little bit more
And
about it if you
I've
want.
been twice, but actually I want to mention some of the others too.
Did you went to the big wall of China?
Actually, no. I haven't been to Beijing. I've seen the Xi'an warriors. I've seen other parts of China, but not Beijing. I was counting on going to Beijing last year, but I have good friends in Shanghai. So I stay with a friend of mine in Shanghai. They all are Chinese. Because I was a Spanish teacher for Chinese immigrants during university. So I do speak a bit of Chinese. I have an HSK, I think 3 right now, or 4, HSK 4. So yeah, and I was visiting some friends from like Chinese that I met in Spain and Chinese that I met in Australia, and it was I had to choose, so I chose to see my friends.
All right. So what do you think about China? What would you want to put
I'm
it?
gonna go with Wonder Haven because I want to go back. I want to go a third time. It's such a big country. There's so much to see, and same, so many different cultures, so many they say dialects, but it's actually languages. So many things to learn.
All right, South Korea. Where do we put South Korea?
As a tourist,
Of course, always.
yeah. As a tourist, I think it is which one was Heaven and the other one like Perfection.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with Wonder Haven. As a tourist, it's fantastic. I am not so sure if I believed in South Korea. I was working from abroad in South Korea, and I was finishing work maybe because I was using European time, maybe 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. And you can still find restaurants like good ones and go out and live during the night like it's during the day. So
where do we put it?
For a tourist, Wonder Haven. If you are someone working from abroad,
just tourism. It's okay.
Would be higher,
Wonder Heaven. Okay, Scotland.
up high, the highest.
The highest
Perfection
is
land.
the one that you most
Yeah.
like. Wow.
One of them. One of them.
Perfection land here with
Perfection land,
Peru.
Scotland. Well,
Why?
because Scotland is fantastic. Scottish accent is great. I loved haggis. I don't know. I love Scotland.
What
I
is
love
haggis?
Scotland. Oh, it's very hard
A
to
dog?
explain. No, it's
Oh,
a
it
meal.
sounds like a
It's like
dog,
a
like
lamb
huskies.
lamb stomach. Um, so it's quite
It's
hard
a
to explain.
place, Hagi.
No, it's a food.
Oh, it's a food. Okay.
And if you read what it is, it sounds kind of weird, not very appetizing, but I like the taste. I studied English studies at university, and I was obsessed with the UK as a teenager, as a whole. And I always thought that Scotland was so cool, like the architecture, everything. And I don't know, I really like Scotland. It's like Scotland and Ireland. I feel like they are, of course, they're very different countries, but from a Galician point of view, I feel that culturally we are very similar.
All right. You have the rain. Very similar.
The
The rain.
the rain and the pipes and the Celtic. In this case, Scotland is not so much Celtic; it's more like Ireland. But yeah, kind
All
of
right.
like yeah.
Let's move on. South Africa.
Oh, I loved South Africa. A lot of people say that South
Not
Africa.
safe
Yeah, this is the thing.
for
A lot of
tourism.
people told me it's going to be very unsafe, and they told me it's going to be even more unsafe for a white woman. That's what I was told, and it was one of these countries that I wanted to go, but I was like, okay, not this year, maybe next year, because I was thinking like, okay, I was going with a friend first, but then her husband got sick and so on, so I went by myself. Cape Town is very safe, I think.
Hmm.
If you take precautions, like you need to take into account that it's not extremely safe, like take Uber, like, yeah, be someone who is like responsible. But I was only like Cape Town and Cape Point. I went to see the penguins. So I did not visit Johannesburg or Pretoria, for example. But I've heard that Pretoria and Johannesburg are quite dangerous. Cape Town is fine and is, I think, one of the most beautiful cities I've ever. It's
Wow.
such a beautiful city.
So where do we put him?
For me, Wonder Haven.
Wonder Haven. Okay. Let's go to Greece.
Oh, Greece is.
Greece, I think, is beautiful, right?
Yeah, I think Greece is perfection.
Perfection line.
I mean, if you go
All
to the
right.
islands, like it's chaotic, it's crazy, like in that case. But I think it's the beauty of Greece and the Greek. I don't know.
I imagine it must be a beautiful country. Yeah.
I think that yeah, it's the Mediterranean vibe. What can I say? The Greeks, sometimes when they're speaking English, I think they're Spanish.
They seem very Latin
They seem very
in
Latin
their ways.
in a way, yeah. And the food is amazing, and yeah. Greek food. What can I say?
All right. We haven't put any country in disaster land
It
yet,
will come. It will come.
but we
Probably
still
not.
have more.
I need to force it to put it in disaster land.
So okay, let's go. And this
You
one,
can tell. I'm realizing which ones are my favorite countries. I thought Argentina would be up high. Maybe I should change Argentina up high.
we can make a change at the
Later,
end.
yeah.
We can
Because
make some
I'm
changes.
realizing which ones are my favorite countries.
Let's go now to this is Arab Emirates.
Yeah, the Emirates. Yeah,
This is not a nice country for women, I think, or
I
is it?
think it's a stereotype. Dubai, I think for women is extremely safe.
Okay,
Abu Dhabi, it depends.
but can you like show skin?
Yeah, I was so
Okay.
surprised. So Abu Dhabi is a bit more conservative. I really like it. I went to see the mosque and so on, but in Dubai I stay longer, and I was quite surprised because I saw a lot of people wearing like clothes that I think they would be considered extremely revealing here. That you would be shocked people wearing this, and women were wearing this and they didn't care. I think it's not as strict with certain things as people think it is.
All right. So where do we put him? This country.
And Dubai was a country, the Emirates, but Dubai was a place I never thought I would go.
It's a place of people that are millionaires, by the way. Not everybody, but there is a lot of people with money there.
There's a lot of people with money there, and you can see this in the way that public transport is not very good. And it's not very good because they don't care. You know, like you want to see like some things, you need to take Uber or take a car or rent a car. Very easy to rent a car. It's very easy to rent like a very expensive car. I've met people, like groups of people, like you want to rent a car together just to be able to, drive a nice car.
All right. Where do we put?
I would say it's for me mediocre. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Mediocre. Okay.
Like it's beautiful. I liked it. So I'm gonna tell you how I ended up there. I'm gonna be very fast.
Very fast.
But yeah, basically, I was in the housewarming of a friend, and I had 1 week of holidays, and it was like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and it was like, I gotta have a 1 week of holidays, and I have nothing to do. And I went to the airport, and I bought a ticket, and I went. It was like this.
Okay.
And I'm glad I went. It was really nice, but I don't want to put all of them like woo. So
it's okay. Let's move on and
Kenya.
Let's go a little bit faster. Kenya.
For me, perfection line.
Perfection line. Okay.
It can be quite pricey if you want to do it right.
Wow, perfection line, Kenya. What? I know they have good coffee.
Kenya for me was fantastic. Ethiopia has better coffee, I think.
Which one?
Ethiopia.
Okay.
Better than Kenya,
I know Kenya has good coffee because when we were in high school in London, no, primary school, somebody from Kenya came because I think this was like a colony from the British Empire. And they came to our school with coffee, and it was the best coffee that I ever tasted in my life. And I was in primary school. I wasn't even drinking coffee. Anyway, okay, perfection land. Just quick explanation why, and we move on.
Yeah, so
very quick explanation.
Lovely people. Everything was super nice. I went when after 1 week after surgery. I could barely walk, and everybody was so nice to me. They helped me a lot, and I've traveled a lot in the country. I went to Amboseli, Masai Mara. I stay with the Masai tribe, and
that is crazy. By the way, can we show in Instagram the photo that you are with the tribe?
Yeah.
All right,
I think.
Let's show that. It's this one, right?
Yeah, this is one of the pictures. Look, that's me.
Is it like in Kenya?
This is in Kenya.
And was here where they wanted to marry you with somebody?
I think this happens to a lot of foreigners that they kind of. So that's a very long story, but I ended up not knowing that this is a different day. Yeah.
It's a different tribe.
It's a different tribe. Okay, the one that I stay with is the.
We don't want to be the typical white guys who we saw all of them equal. They are different.
It's a different people.
We don't want to be those kind of tourists.
Yeah, but I met Kuku. Yeah, there are so many different tribes. Like I think the Kikuyu are the ones who are like the highest population. I still talk to my Uber driver.
These ones don't seem very high. They seem the same high as you. You're not.
Oh yeah, they're not very tall. No. They are not very tall, but they jump really high. And I remember
that's how they compensate. They're like, "Look at me, I'm jumping, baby." Look at
yeah. That's how they show like I don't know. They're very. They're very. I could talk about this for such a long time. I found it really, really fascinating, because it's such a different culture. But I think they're very used to tourists, so they are not. They just think, oh, it's a different culture, and they do not really judge you or anything. So you can have really interesting conversations with them. So.
By the way, if people wants to follow Elida, you can follow her on Where is Elida? That is her Instagram. And you can see all the pictures of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. And we already put Kenya in perfection land. Canada, which I'm going to say that Canada is like a USA, but with less guns.
I'm
and
gonna
people that
go a
are
bit
less good.
higher. I'm gonna go with Wonder Haven
But
because I
the
really wanted to go.
Wonder Heaven, but the problem is that they don't have good weather. It's very frosty.
That is true. That is true. I really want to go back to Canada though. This is a message for the Canadian government. If you're watching this,
Whoa.
I
Whoa.
apply for the working holiday visa twice. I never make it to the pool. Please help me.
Yeah, I don't think they care
No,
much
they
about
don't
it.
care.
But
But it's
if you're working for the Canadian government and you're watching this, Elida has a message.
yeah. God bless Canada.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's move
Uruguay.
to
No?
Uruguay.
Yeah.
You are gay.
You
Some
are
people
gay.
say.
Oh my god, that's from The Simpsons.
That's a reference from The Simpsons. Yeah, you got it.
You can tell how old we are because we reference in Simpsons. Uruguay. Wonder Haven.
Wonder Haven. All right. Why?
Even though it's a
Very
bit pricey, though.
very quick explanation. Why?
Uruguay, province of Argentina. So.
Wow.
No.
By the way, they look
I know a lot of
cleaner
people
than
from
us,
Uruguay.
and their economy is better than us.
Yeah.
Even though they're a smaller country. So shout out to them. That's very nice. But
mhm.
yeah, it's kind of like a copycat of Argentina, I would say.
Yeah.
They have the same food, they speak kind of the same, they look kind of the same. But they do it a little bit better.
Better economy. That's for sure.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Malta. And I know somebody who went to Malta, one of our friends, Katalin.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say
She
Catalan
went recently to Malta. She sent some photos and it's a beautiful place. Has a lot of history. It's like an Iceland in the middle of the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I would recommend Malta a lot. Like Malta for a weekend, like 3-4 days. It's I think a perfect getaway. It's a weird mix of things. Yeah, Malta. I would say probably it's Wonder Haven because it's like prices are good, food is nice, people are nice. Yeah, it's a lot of people
Wonder
go there
Heaven, okay.
to learn English. So I think maybe can be
And
good
there's a lot of
for those
history and
people.
things to see there. And the sea also, the Mediterranean is beautiful.
Mhm.
Okay, moving on to Iceland.
Iceland.
This is Iceland, right?
I'm gonna go for Wonder Haven as a tourist because and I'm
Wonder
gonna explain
Haven.
why.
And it's a place that is cold.
It's cold.
It's in Iceland.
It's quite pricey, but interesting thing. There's one thing called the sulfur fissure. And it's like so due to an earthquake, there was a fissure in the land, and lava from a volcano came down to a glacier. So basically, you can, and I've done this, you can dive or snorkel, depending on how well you swim, between two tectonic plates. So you can touch with one hand the Euro-Asian plate, and with the other hand the American plate. And I thought it was so cool. And
that is why he's in Wonder Heaven.
Yeah.
Now let's move on to Switzerland. That is a rich country, very rich, very beautiful.
I love Switzerland.
But also very
It's extremely expensive. Very expensive.
So where do we put Switzerland?
I'm gonna go with Wonder Haven because the mayor of Genève is the son of one of my grandma's best friends.
This list is getting
Switzerland. Go to Switzerland. Go to Genève.
all right. This list is getting fatter and fatter. So, but we can see it here. Let's move on then to Thailand.
Thailand.
By the way, I want to
fantastic.
say that I did make a research. I made my homework on learning all these flags, which a lot of them I didn't know.
To be
Only
honest, some
for
of
this
them I'm
podcast.
confused sometimes. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that are
Myself.
weird. But anyway, Thailand, we have still a lot more.
I think Thailand would be top because I think for
Top where?
for tourists, I think it's perfect.
Wonder Heaven,
Perfection land
Perfection Land. Whoa.
for tourists. Prices are reasonable. It's not as cheap as people say it is,
We
but
put it here.
they're reasonable. Really easy to travel around. Thai people are so welcoming, so nice. I went to the Long Katron, which is the light festival. Go to that.
All right.
Really nice.
Also, there's a lot of lady boys.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know
that's
if
more in
you
Bangkok. Yeah,
know about that.
lady.
Yeah.
The video that you loved. The Lady boy.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's
How
a
is it?
viral video that
You love that video.
says you're a beautiful girl. No, I'm a lady boy.
I'm a lady boy. Many lady boys.
What you mean? No,
Hey,
you're a lady.
but
I'm a lady
lady
boy.
boys are gorgeous. Huh? Some of them are more beautiful than women. They're really
Controversial, but yeah, I guess they are
They
the
are.
most beautiful transgenders out there. That's why they are so popular. People
Yeah,
talk about them.
I agree.
But yeah, I stick to women. At least yet.
Cancel.
No, I mean, who knows? Who knows what I'm going to do in the future? But right now, I'm
You
just
n-
focusing on women.
You never know this.
All right, let's move on. England. I
England.
think this one is a little bit controversial because also a lot of people put it very on top.
Mm.
But it's a country that lately it's been not so nice.
I've been to England probably
We have a lot
11
of
times.
tourists also from
Has
England
changed so
here
much.
in Amsterdam. There's a lot of stereotypes about them. We're not going to talk about all of that right now
Yep.
because there's a lot to talk about that. But anyway, where do we put England?
Oof. I I think if you asked me some years ago, if we go to Wonder Haven, I think probably for tourists nowadays we've been Brightopia because
All right.
although London is, I think it's
downgraded.
becoming very downgraded. And I've been to places like Stoke and Trent, so I do know England quite well.
Yeah, I feel
I've been in
maybe
the middle of
20
nowhere.
years ago it would be like in Wonder Haven, Perfection Land. Right now, maybe there's a better place to go than
Yeah.
England.
I'm glad I went when I did, and it was one of my dreams to go there. So.
Okay, Japan.
Japan, Wonderland.
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 And why? Quick explanation.
Um,
Very nice country because the people are very polite. It's very clean.
the only reason why it's not in Perfection Land,
It's expensive.
yeah, but for me it was a gift, most of it, so I didn't pay much for Japan. But the only reason why I do not put it on Perfection Land, is because or maybe I can put it on Perfection. I think I'm gonna put it on Perfection Land
All
because
right.
I went with this friend of
We
mine.
upgraded.
So I also stay with her
Quick explanation.
grandparents. Yeah, I mean, I did typical tourist thing. I dressed up as a geisha, all the things, really cool. I went to Tokyo Disney Sea, Tokyo Disneyland, Universal, all the things like Harry Potter. But also I stay with in Kochi, which I think not a lot of foreigners stay in Kochi. And I got to see a different part of Japan where there are not too many foreigners. And I stay with my friend's grandparents. And it was really nice also to see a different part of Japan that I would say Japan, do not only go to the cities, go to the countryside. The countryside, I think,
Yes,
is maybe even
country.
better than the cities. It's amazing.
All
and
right.
food, fantastic.
Let's move on to Brazil.
Brazil, I think we put it
We did
already.
it. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. We have
Yeah,
Brazil
we did it.
twice.
Anyway,
cannot
we're gonna not put Brazil. We're gonna put this one is New Zealand, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's New Zealand, that one.
Yeah, New Zealand.
New Zealand, up top, is my favorite country.
I think it's a beautiful country. Will you put it in Perfection Land?
Yeah.
All right, we'll put it in Perfection Land.
All the time that was
Explain
there,
quickly why.
it was it was fantastic. It just
Nice beaches.
I went to Hobbiton to celebrate my birthday. I hiked a lot and I did the Tongariro. Maybe for someone who hikes a lot, the Tongariro Alpine Crossing is not much. But for me, it was like a metaphor of life.
All right.
It was tough but beautiful, and this is what makes for.
And they got that
living.
Tribe that makes the haka.
Oh yeah, I
like
also stay there.
haka something.
Yeah,
That is something very the tourist goes and like to see, and rugby also, of course.
Yeah, that I did too. My
All
friend Hugh
right.
bought that for me, so for my birthday. So hello,
Let's
Hugh.
move to Austria.
Austria is really nice.
It's really nice. I dated a girl from Austria, and she told me a random fact about Austria. She said, "Do you know Hitler was born in Austria?"
Yeah, you didn't
And
know
I
that?
was like, "No, I thought he was born in Germany."
You thought he was
No,
German?
he was born in Austria.
No, he was Austrian.
And that's nice to know for Germans because they can blame Austria now.
No, he was Austrian. Yeah.
All right, where do we put Austria?
I'm gonna say Wonder Haven from Someone who lives in the Netherlands. I was living in Slovakia back then, which is really close, and so the exchange rate was not so good. But I was in Austria all the time because
All right,
Austria is beautiful.
let's move on. Brazil, we say we're not going to put
Singapore, I
it.
think.
Singapore, which they told me, I didn't know this, but they told me Singapore is actually a rich country.
It's very rich, yeah.
I didn't know this.
Singapore, I think Singapore is fantastic.
This is the good thing
yeah.
about living in Amsterdam and meeting so much expats and people that you get to talk to them and you learn a lot
Mhm.
about the world.
Yeah.
That maybe when you're in your country so close and talking all the time with the same people, the locals, you don't understand things about the rest of the world. But anyway, moving on, Singapore, where do we put it?
Singapore, I'm gonna go with Alrightopia just because of the weather. Because I was there during the haze. The haze basically, like they burn the palm trees. I think it's in Indonesia, and all the haze comes to Singapore. So it was extremely hot. It was like the feeling was like with 50 degrees. I ended up in the hospital. So because of the vertigo that I explained before
Also
and so on.
fun.
So the city, amazing. I moved there. I really like Little Italy. Little Italy. Oh my god. Little India. Little Italy is in in a different in a different city. Little India. It was really nice.
All right, moving
But
fast.
the weather was too hot for me.
Cambodia.
Cambodia. I will put Wonder Haven.
Wonder Haven. Okay, quick explanation why.
I went to Angkor Wat. And I think everybody should go. Like, you feel like you are in Tomb Raider.
Nice.
I
That's
felt like
cool.
Lara Croft. It was very nice to see one of the main things why I travel is history and culture, and I think Cambodia gave me that, and food was really nice. People were really nice, and it's also quite cheap from our point of view. So you can have a really nice trip or holidays. Um, I had some people rented the bikes, the scooters. I rented. I was gonna say I rented a man. I hired a man, and he was driving me around for 3 days, and he was lovely. He told me so many things about his childhood, but I will tell about that in
Okay,
another time.
let's move on.
It's a cool story.
Italy, and I put this one
I think
maybe in perfection land to tourists.
I think Italy is perfection.
Yeah, for tourists. I mean,
Yeah.
are you kidding me?
I want to go back to Italy. Italy is always a good option.
I'm gonna put it up here.
Italy is always a good option.
We don't. I think Italy is such an old country that we don't even have to explain why. Like
Yeah.
all the history behind the
Italia.
weather, the food.
That's it.
It's a perfect place to
Yeah.
romantic also if you go with your
I
partner.
think maybe Spain also, like in those terms, but I would be biased. So
Imperfection land.
yeah, do not move it because I'm from there. It sounds very
I'll
arrogant.
move it. I just move it. No.
He does not
I'll
care.
do it. I'll do it. I'll do it for you. Anyway, I'm
Malaysia.
disappointed because we haven't put anything in Disasterlandia.
Okay, so we can cut to that.
So, and we have still some countries, but I would like to see somebody in Disasterlandia.
Okay, so
I mean, there has to be a place where you went and you say, I'm not going back there. That this place is not worth it. It's shit or whatever. Malaysia, is that the place or?
no?
All right.
But I can cut to those countries.
Which, by the way, Malaysia looks like the USA demo
yeah,
version.
that's similar. Yeah, but with a
Look at the flags; they look
with
so
the
similar.
Islam symbol. Yeah. I would say Disasterland.
Whoa, Malaysia?
No.
Oh, which one is Disasterland?
I'm gonna tell you the ones that I feel like could be Disasterland.
Let's do that. Let's check
Directly
this.
because they are
Yeah,
not
tell me
so
which
close.
one is Disasterland. Let's put it right now.
One of them, and I'm going to explain why because this is very important. I will put Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe. Wait. Zimbabwe is this one?
I'm not sure which one is the flag. I'm not.
Wait, I put it here. Is this one Zimbabwe? Because I
cannot say. But I would say Zimbabwe.
Okay, let's pretend this one is Zimbabwe. I think it's Zimbabwe. Wait,
I cannot.
We have here to see Zimbabwe because this is where I get a little bit lost. Zambia. Where is Zimbabwe? Zimbabwe.
I think you put Namibia.
Oh, Zimbabwe is this one. Yeah, this one is
There you go.
Namibia.
So why Zimbabwe? You might wonder. So this is kind of like a history lesson. We're going back to Rhodesia and Zambia and Zimbabwe. We're going really back in time. So when the countries became Zambia and Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe had this
Oh, wait, are
tiny
we going to talk
problem.
about the history of the country?
Wait, it's quite interesting. I think it's quite
All right,
interesting.
go on.
I
but,
hope people
but do it quick.
Yeah. So basically, the you know how sometimes people say like, "Oh, if we don't have money, we can just print more money."
Sure, my country did it.
Well,
That's why we're
Zimbabwe
poor.
did that. They ended up having a note that I think it was like 3 trillion or something like this. Like it's
Crazy.
like crazy.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
their currency became nothing. So you arrive in Zimbabwe and you have to bring cash. You cannot play with card. I cannot pay with card in many places. I have a problem with all my cards. They were not working in Zimbabwe. So when I went to Botswana, I took Pula. So when I was about to pay for things, I had Pula, which is the currency from Botswana. I had also currency from the United States. I had currency from Europe, like euros, and also from South Africa. So it was like rand, like a South African rand, Botswanian pula, then euros, then dollars, and they would mix. Like, oh yeah, I can accept this, I can accept that. So it's so
So
hard.
it's a mess for the
It's-
for the tourists to
for the
kind of
tourists,
understand the
it's-
money and what I
yeah,
do with this
it's a-
money.
It's a
All right.
mess.
So that's what
Bring
disaster.
dollars, but this is the thing. Like, I think for me at least, if I travel with cash, you carry a little bit of cash. You do not carry like 3K in cash.
All right.
Everything will be cash, like hotels, tours, everything is cash. And I tried like 16 ATMs. None of them were working. So I had a bit of anxiety, even though, it was quite funny because from South Africa to Zimbabwe, I got upgraded in my flight. So I was flying business class and I had the best flight because I had like one seat only for me, like the cabin for me. It was fantastic. It was just me. And then I arrived there as like the reality of like, yeah, it's like I had some cash, but not so much. I could fix it, but I felt a bit of anxiety. And even though I still have one of the women working in the hotel in my WhatsApp, and we talk from time to time, I have to say that people were not very helpful. Like they were more like, pay me, pay me, pay me. But I was literally asking them, like, I cannot take money. Can you help me? Can I go somewhere? Nobody helped me. And I met more foreigners who were in the same situation. So I think that Zimbabwe and I think Zambia too, because I had similar situation, but I already had money. They are not so well prepared for the amount of tourism that they have yet.
All right.
I think they
so
don't
that's
have the
why it's in
infrastructure yet.
Disasterlandia. Another one that you will put in Disasterlandia.
Monaco.
Monaco is this one.
And why Monaco?
Why Monaco? Because Monaco is a rich country.
Is that Monaco? Hold on.
No, it's Monaco. It's Monaco.
Okay. So
Because Poland is very similar, but I have it here with a different logo.
So Monaco?
Yep.
Why?
Quick explanation.
No, this is very quick.
All right. Just say it's
I
quick.
arrived in Monaco, and when I went there, I had there was like this Formula E taking place, so I could see the Formula E, but I could not be a tourist because it was not. I thought it was going to be one part of the city, and then I could be a tourist, but no, it was like the entire city of Monte Carlo was closed for this. So I saw it only watching the Formula E race, and not as a tourist, like having some drinks by the boats and stuff like that.
All right, there you go. Is there another one that you can spot right now?
I still loved being in Monaco and so on. And Zimbabwe, in the end, I had an amazing time. I crossed in a helicopter from Zimbabwe to Zambia, and it was amazing. One of my top things from that trip. So it was really nice. I don't think so. Like I have some stories from some of these countries that I have left where I was like sometimes like, oh, something bad happened. But then, things happen when you travel. Sometimes you're going to have bad things.
They do. Let me check the time. So,
but in general, people are very helpful. So.
Wow. We've been talking like for 2 hours. Let's go fast. Malaysia, where do we put it?
I'm going to go with Alrightopia.
Alrightopia.
Ireland.
Very quick explanation why. Is it nice?
Yeah, it didn't say anything to me. Like, it was nice, but it was not like extra. Didn't go the extra mile in my head.
All
But it
right.
was like, oh, I want to come here many times.
Okay, Ireland. Where do we put it? I would put it in Wonder Heaven because I've
Wonder
been there
Heaven.
and I love it. The
And
bars
I
are
want to
very
change
beautiful.
Argentina
There's also a lot of places to go. There's museums. So yeah, we can change it later.
later.
Ireland.
Up
Is
higher.
you agree Wonder
Yeah.
Heaven? All right.
100%.
Portugal. Portugal is also very beautiful for
I
traveling.
think Portugal.
I
think
would
Wonder
personally
Heaven.
put it in Wonder Heaven.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
think have Namibia. No,
What
Yeah.
is this one? Namibia?
Namibia. I think yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna go with.
Wait, are you sure it's Namibia?
I think so.
Namibia.
Namibia.
Yeah.
And
No, Namibia is this one.
Wonder Heaven.
Okay, let's put Namibia. That is this one.
Okay.
Wonder Heaven.
Wonder Heaven. I see North Macedonia. When I went there was Macedonia.
This one, Macedonia, where?
I would say up. All these countries like Macedonia, Montenegro, Croatia, or
Wonder
What?
Heaven or Perfection Land?
say Perfection Land.
All
Super
right.
cheap, super good food.
The Balkans.
The Balkans. I love them. Please do not be in another war again.
Albania is the Balkans also.
I think I loved Albania. Some people do not like Albania. I loved it.
Where do you put it?
Wonder Haven.
Wonder Haven.
I like Albania.
Okay, we have this one is, let's check.
Africa.
Wait, we
think.
have Zambia here.
Tanzania. Zambia, I put it with Zimbabwe because it was more or less the same case.
Zimbabwe, the disaster land.
I mean, I loved what I saw, but they are not prepared for.
Yeah, but it can be very challenging. It
can be
when
challenging.
you see those videos of India that they travel and they're chasing women, asking for photos, and it's like, oh, I'm not going there.
I think something about can be challenging because they are not well prepared for the amount of tourism that they have and given options.
The infrastructure is not so good.
The infrastructure is not there yet.
Which one is this one?
This one is Tanzania. Tanzania, the same as Kenya. Lovely people.
Lovely,
amazing.
nice. So we have some African countries that are very nice that we will put them in Perfection Land to travel, but then we get the shitty ones.
I mean, Zambia and Zimbabwe are really nice.
For us, just our point of view.
You have to take into account Zambia, more Zimbabwe because I was there. It's not cheap. It's not cheap at all. It's a quite expensive country if you want to do things. But I didn't feel protected.
Czech Republic.
The Czech Republic.
Beautiful women, by the way.
I'm going to go for Alrightopia because I went many years ago with some people from my residency, but I want to go again.
All right. Alrightopia. Vietnam. Very touristic, I think.
I think very touristic, and I'm gonna put it on for tourists. I would say it's Perfection Land.
Perfection, like whoa.
Yeah, food is amazing. Coffee, my God, Vietnamese coffee is the best.
Denmark,
I love it. Denmark, Alrightopia. Alrightopia.
Alrightopia.
This is Estonia. No.
This is Estonia, yeah.
Estonia, I would say Wonder Haven. It's like I went on a cruise to Estonia, so I only saw Tallinn.
Wonder Haven,
not a lot, but
nice.
It felt like
it's close to Russia.
Fairy tale.
Luxembourg is very similar the flag to the Netherlands, by the way.
Luxembourg, Wonder Haven. I loved.
All right, Wonder Haven.
This is Bosnia
and Herzegovina, which is like a weird name.
For trips, I would say Perfection.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That good?
I think that everybody should go to the Balkans, and you should do tours in each country of the Balkans, and from people who lived the war, like our age, like 1990, for example. The different parts of it to understand, because I did not know much about the Balkans.
Hungary.
And it's very interesting. Hungary.
We have a friend, by the way, Katalin. Shout out to her.
I think Hungary, Wonder Haven.
Wonder Haven. All right.
I love Hungary.
Croatia.
Also, I think that Wonder
Haven. Lot of places to party and also nice beaches. All right. Let's go to Slovenia, I think that's
Slovakia.
Slovakia.
I lived there. So I'm gonna go with Alrightopia because I know the good, the bad, and everything
And
in
the ugly.
between.
All right, Russia, which
I
is a
like
weird
Russia.
country today because it's in war, so we have to consider that.
Yeah, but for me, I loved Russia. It was really nice.
But today, traveling to
I
Russia,
mean, yeah, maybe for people as an advice.
I mean, the war
maybe-
is in Ukraine territory, but still,
Yeah, maybe. I do not know what is the current status, if it's easy to travel to Russia or not. But I would say, yeah,
all right,
you can
Topia,
put it on
Mediocre.
Alrightopia, and depending on the passport that you have, just check it.
All right, Finland,
Alrightopia.
all right, Topia. This one is Slovakia,
And Slovakia we already had. They have
Slovenia.
Slovenia haven't been.
You haven't been?
To Slovenia, no. I've been to all the countries around. It's like
Okay, maybe it's another. Okay, we're gonna leave this one behind. Sorry, guys, if you're from.
I need to study the flags
We
of
don't
the countries
recognize
I've
this
been
country.
to.
Looks very
It's
similar.
terrible.
To
I'm so
Slovakia.
embarrassed.
Malta. This
No, this
Vatican
is
City.
Vatican City. I think is I would say Wonder Haven because I really like the museums. They were really nice.
Wonder
Sixteen
Haven.
Capital,
All right, very beautiful. Paraguay.
Paraguay, or Rightopia because I didn't see much.
All right, Topia, beautiful. Okay, Australia. I
Wonder
think this
Haven.
one. I think this one is in top. Nice weather, good economy, nice people.
Why do I say Wonder Haven and not Perfectionland? Because I live there, so
Because
I
New
also
Zealand
know
is
the
there.
good and the bad.
Which, by the way,
Yeah.
look at these flags. They are so similar.
They are so similar.
Like, what the fuck? Anyway, Wonder
Commonwealth,
Heaven.
Commonwealth problem.
Swedes. No,
Sweden.
Sweden.
Sweden, top. I love Sweden. I do not know now. I think the country has changed a lot. I've been 3 times to Sweden and I loved it.
They say some
But
parts are no go zones. That
I've
it's
heard
getting a
that
little
it has
bit
changed a
bad.
lot. I've been to Switzerland, to Sweden. The last time I think it was maybe 8 years ago, and I've heard that is not what it used to be. But from my point
Yep.
of view, it was perfect. The culture,
Now, where do we
everything was
put
really
it?
nice.
Wonder Heaven or
I will leave it
Rightopia?
in Wonder Haven because I do
Wonder
not know
Heaven. It still is beautiful.
the situation.
What is this?
This is
Montenegro.
Montenegro. Montenegro also, I think, Wonder Haven. Really
Wonder
fantastic.
Haven. All right.
You know, Wonder Haven and Perfectionland for me is like,
Then Norway.
Norway. Also Wonder Haven. Beautiful.
Wonder
The
Haven.
fjords are. Oh.
All right.
But it's very expensive. I would say more than
Poland.
Poland. Top. I love
Poland
Poland.
top.
Yeah.
All right.
I really like Poland. Polish food, like pierogi, everything is nice. I like Poland,
in top.
which is funny. I remember like the first time I was like, I don't know if I would like Poland, and I loved
And you
it.
end up loving it.
Oh yeah.
Cambodia.
No, this is Laos.
Oh, Laos.
We already did Cambodia.
Oh, yeah. Laos.
Laos also, I would say, all right, Topia.
All right, Topia. All
Yeah.
right.
And I mean, it's fine.
And this one is San Marino, which is
San
a very,
Marino?
very small country, Iceland, I think, in
No.
Europe. It's not
It's
an
not a-
Iceland?
It has no sea.
Ah, okay.
It's called San Marino, but it has no sea.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah. No, it has no sea.
Ah,
I know.
I
It
thought
looks
this was
like it's
boats.
the name. No sea.
Okay.
I would say Wonder Haven. It was nice. It was a bit pricey, but I went with my mom, so
Wonder
we didn't pay.
And that's all. That's
But it
all
was, yeah.
for the tier list. Do you want to change something very fast?
I want to change Argentina to Perfectionland, and to be honest, I don't want anybody to feel offended because every country I've been to, I made the best out of it. I loved it. I have really cool and good stories from every single country, and even though I mentioned that about, for example, Zimbabwe, I'm so happy I went because I really wanted to do like the 3 waterfalls for me, which was like Iguazu, Niagara Falls, and Victoria Falls. I wanted to do that triangle, and it was a dream came true. But it can be challenging. Well, if you're traveling by yourself, if you're several people, probably one car will work. But if you're by yourself, I think can be a bit challenging in that case. or at least that was my experience, and I've seen some other people having that experience. Um, yeah. Well, Africa is hard sometimes, but
All right, we'll just
yeah,
leave it like this then.
yeah.
And I'm going to go to my camera here. All right, that was all for today's episode. We spent a lot of time, like more than
Sorry, I'm
two
very
hours.
talkative.
Yeah, that's why I was like trying to hurry you up a little bit so we don't make it like that much
Yeah.
for the first episode. But yeah, 2 hours and a little bit more is okay. I hope you like this episode. We will bring more like this. We will have different guests also.
Thank you
Also,
for having
Elida,
me.
you're
It
welcome.
was really
Also,
fun.
Elida is welcome to come again. We can talk more about
Mm.
her stories.
I wanted to
That,
keep on talking. It's like, no, we don't have 5 hours.
yeah, we don't have so much time. But we can talk more in another episode. For now, this is all. Hope you guys have a nice day and see you on a different episode. Bye.
Bye.
Say bye, Elida.
Ciao, ciao,
Ciao,
ciao.
ciao.
Ah.